Is there an argument about whether pumice or walnut shell is the best abrasive in your hand cleaner? Not anymore. Fast Orange Premium brings the two abrasives together in one great heavy-duty hand cleaner that includes advanced skin protection. It's our best hand cleaner ever, and that's why we simply named it Premium. Fast Orange. We know a few things about cleaning hands.
Welcome to the streets of Long Beach. Look at that. It is a beautiful day here in Southern California. Buchanan is back for another year as the official air filter of Formula Drift. James Dean. Oh my gosh. I'm just flabbergasted by James Dean. There goes Ben Hobson. Big! Woo! Uses all the course. Performance Mustang RTR. Von Ginn Jr. just riding the edge. Absolutely. RTR has been some busy camp over there.
The final touch to my dream build is a Sony Mobile ES system. Time to cruise with Sony Mobile ES.
Drifting, everything's a mental game.
Boom! Perfect.
You're not focused. You're off your game.
Ryan Turk is back at it. He wants it. Look at that backdrop. There is not a cloud in the sky, but we're going to make some of our own. This is round 7 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. We are here at Utah Motorsports campus, just outside of Salt Lake City, Utah. We're kicking things up. Here we go. So Ryan Literal will lead. Ryan Turk chasing him down.
Frederick Osbo doing what Frederick Osbo does, which is lay down a perfect lead run.
Osbo cannot be shaken. Oh, yeah.
The track's really fun to drive. Really challenging. The zones are challenging.
James Dean finding the door. He's banging on it. Does he answer?
Keep pushing.
Yeah, he has his throttle up right before he grabs the handbrake.
Applies pressure. Big angle from off the door. Kind of overshoots that inside clip. Oh, and Chelsea does what goes off. Chelsea DeNova gets the win. Welcome back. The continuation of round 4 of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship. This is the final round, the finale of our 2024 Prospec Championship, and we have crowned a champion, but the notable thing to talk about here is the top 3 do receive their pro licenses if they choose to utilize it to jump up to the Pro Championship. So locked in, TLO. The French-Canadian driver, Tommy Lemaire, gets the championship in the 32, with Osoli getting knocked out early against multiple Prospec champion as well, Dimitri Brutsky. He's in it, but we're about to introduce you to our top 16 drivers. Who's going to win here at the grand finale here at Utah Motorsports campus. This is Type S Elevated, and this is round 4 of the Link Engine Management Championship. I'm Jared Deanda. Joining me here is Matt Sopa. Without further ado, we will be getting into our top 16 driver introduction. But first and foremost, if you could please stand, remove your hats for our national anthem. make some noise for our top 16 drivers. Fought tooth and nail here at round 4 of the Formula Jet Pro Championship. Let's introduce you to those pilots. And again, one of them is now your 2024 Link Engine Management Pro Spec Champion. Let's introduce him with the first car parked. You can see the BMW, the red BMW. This gentleman just wants to hear his name over the loudspeaker, but wants to hear his name on the podium, on the box. Make some noise. Yellow Speed Racing, GT Radio, of course, on the corners. It is Corey Talaska. All right, moving down the line, multiple Formula Jet Pro Spec champion as well, high in the sky, never settle. He played spoiler, took out Oh Soli. He'd love to win here in Utah. It is Dmitry Brutsky. Coming on down the line, Styles 4 miles. This S13 coming to us from all the way across the country. He is ready to throw down for his town, the S13. It is Dustin Miles. Yeah, coming to us from Northern California, his wife and daughter cheering him on. That Ineos Oil Dev Speed S chassis. It is Faruk Kugay. This gentleman's gonna check your temperature, check your heartbeat, because the Greek doctor, the LS doctor, he's got one heck of a long name, and he's gonna have one long entry. Make some noise for Margaritas Katsanidis. You know him, you love him. His mom, his son is here. Everybody's cheering him on. His lady, all of that, and you are gonna cheer him on. Make some noise for Mr. Josh Love. Oh, this gentleman, he is going for it. He's rocking his tribe on the door. Divulge Motorsports S chassis. It don't matter, but yeah, it does matter. Austin Matta. All right, we got some Mustang flavor for your diet. He went past Trevor Root earlier. He's going to try to go against that of Love. Make some noise for Chris Leonard. His first time ever in top 16 competition, coming to us from Southern California. See his name on the door, hopefully see his name on the podium. Make some noise for Richard Advani. All right, it's after hours, but it's right on time. This BMW, he's about to get married here in October. Congratulations to him and his new bride on the way. Make some noise for Justin Chestnut. And here we go. It is official. Your 2024 Link Engine Management Pro Spec Champion. Put your hands together for 3 letters. TLO, Tommy Lemaire. For the championship, a backflip. Let's see if we can do another one and get the win here in Utah. Coming all the way from Southern California, Sac City, ruckus. He's gonna make a ruckus in that Nissan Z. It is Sideways Sean Illingworth.
I probably would.
Moving down the line, loud and proud. Looking like a jet ski. He's got the glasses on, got his family, got his team. Cheer him on, Team Hansen. It is the one, the only, Rudy Hansen. from Hollister, California, rocking the Nissan Z. He went through Brian Wills, and now he's got to go against the champion. Let's see how he does. He is Nick Jimenez. All right, up next, doesn't know what to do with his hands. He comes in like a wrecking ball. Make some noise for the pink one, Cody Buchanan. And last but definitely not least, 16 years old. See if he can throw down here, representing Canada, the Canadian flag, that Empire Auto Corvette drifter, Jay Martorana. There are your top 16 drifters ready to do battle here at UMC, Utah Motorsports Campus. This is the final round of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship. And again, notably, the top 3 receive their pro licenses. If they choose to utilize them, they can move up to pro. So again, mathematically, obviously, it looked like Osoli's going to lock in second. We'll get to that, but we do know that TLO is our champion. Our 3 judges, Brian Eggert, Vernon, and that of Robbie Nishida. Matt Sopa next to me. I'm Jared Dienda. Down on the ground, our field reporter is Lorette Nickel. Mrs. Fancy Pants, she's got her own fan club, dude. They're all wearing pink pants down there for her. That's so sick.
Pink?
You got some pink.
Yeah.
You got some pink on your kicks. Matt, earlier, the 32 looked good overall. TLO is our champion. What an event so far. You know, I did not suspect Osoli going out in the 32. He had a tough pairing.
I don't think anybody did. That whole left side of the bracket was just full of upsets, and even a little bit sprinkled here in the right side. And like I said, the Prospec can surprise you. You can expect these heavy hitters. We got Dustin Miles, who's been in Prospec for a little while, and anything can come up. We've got the rookies coming up, and like Jimenez on the right side of the bracket there, but you can just never know what's going to happen. It's really, really exciting, and when they dial on the track, it gets even more exciting.
Double duty Rudy Hansen, Dimitri Brutsky, those are the 2 drivers that are doing both pro and pro spec. They could use that to their advantage. Unfortunately, Brutsky is out. I can't recall if Rudy is in the show in pro as well. We'll get to that, but regardless, Matta and Faruk, that should be a good one.
Yeah, Faruk seems to be on a good heater a little bit this afternoon. So. And
sideways Sean Illingworth, excited to be here in top 16. He's got a whole crew. My boy Nico's tattooing in the trailer over there, so maybe catch a zapper after this. You down?
What are we catching? I'm sorry.
We're getting a tattoo. We're getting a zapper, dude.
Ooh, you're gonna break that skin, huh?
Your son's name on it. Oh, come on, we got this. I'll hold your hand. All right, Justin Chestnut, Jay Martorana, Drifter Jay. He's kind of had some ups and downs. A bit of a tough weekend for him. As he said, he got into an incident yesterday. It kind of knocked him a little loose, but he said he woke up this morning. That's I guess the pleasures of being 16 years old. You're like, it's fine.
Shake it off.
Yeah, shake it off. Had an awesome autograph session earlier. All the fans rolling through the garage and the pits, and again, high fives and handshakes. So thank you for the fans that are here in the building. It's warm. It's hot. The sun gets right in our face as the sun is going down further and further. Hopefully, we should be done by dinner time. But as we started yesterday, we saw some incidents that 2 battles took an hour yesterday. That was seating bracket, but whittling it down here. A lot of eyeballs on TLO, but who you got your money on?
Well, if I was allowed to bet, if we got any wild cards in there, Matta. He's just a force to be reckoned with. Yeah. Besides, Brutsky and TLO, they're going to be gunning for it.
Yeah, and once you get past that really kind of you earn your stripes. So place your bets right there. Scan to sign up. This does also go into tomorrow as well. So place your bets while you're there. Pro Championship. The big conversation is James Dean could wrap it up here in Utah as we go with still one more round left, October 18th, and then eventually the 19th for the grand finale of our 21st ever season in the 2024 championship. A lot of eyeballs obviously on James Dean. Odi Bakshi's needs to do better than James. We'll get to that tomorrow. That's game day, Matt. I know you'll be down there on the line, but when we come back, we will see our first battle here of the top 16, round 4 of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship.
See
Say for the people, loud and proud. Atlanta's #1. You ready? God damn it.
Love you, bro.
Love you, Michael.
Oh my God! Let's send it!
Welcome to ATL. We are sending it Southern hospitality style. The car culture down here is awesome. So let's meet up some friends, let's have some parties, and of course, we are going to send it at Road Atlanta, round 2 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. James Dean. Atlanta car culture runs deep. We're at Type S night lights. We had to shift little gears, but we're at Lemaire Speedway, actually across the street from Road Atlanta. So let's party with all these guys. Show cars, drift cars, it's all going down here. These guys come to every event. This is James the Machine Dean's mom and dad. So good to see you guys.
And you.
Oh my gosh. Hey, your boy.
He's doing okay?
Holy cow.
Car went up in flames.
And your winner here at round 1, James the Machine Dean!
I called him the James Taylor Dean. You like that? I've seen fire and I've seen rain.
Oh, very good, yes.
I've seen fire and I've seen rain.
Yes.
He did it all. Wind, Long Beach, fire and rain, all these things. Coming to this event, what are your expectations?
Hopefully not as dramatic as my last 2 FD events. I'm ready to turn the heat down a bit, I think. Yeah.
But how crazy would it be that you win a championship with Ford and Vaughn?
That is the goal.
James Dean is your back-to-back Formula Drift champion.
That is the goal, that is the dream. I would love one more FD championship, just especially in something.
And then you're gonna retire like Chelsea?
No, I won't retire, but I'll just probably hang out with you more at the events.
James Dean. Boom, I have knighted you. Larry Chen, how important is Atlanta to drift culture?
Atlanta is, I would say...
Say for the people, loud and proud. Atlanta's #1.
Welcome out to Road Atlanta.
The reason why I love this place is because of how dedicated the fans are. I've never seen so many fans make signs, and they're really like big drift inside jokes.
Osmo was wrong.
Like, this is peak drift culture. It's amazing. This is our 3rd year in a row doing Type S night lights, Formula Drift pre-meet.
Right.
And look at this. This is crazy. I can't believe the amount of cars and also the quality of cars.
Yeah.
And also different walks of life. JDM, domestic, drag cars, drift cars, show cars,
Euro.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
This guy. I'm joking.
Dude, back to the 90s right there. Sick.
I'm cool with that. Holy cow. If that bites my face, I swear to God, dude.
I promise.
Nah, God damn it.
Look, matching wheels, same wheels.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite vehicles here. We just shot the smallest car here. Now we're shooting this thing, which is the biggest vehicles.
So there's obviously a whole lot of culture going on in Atlanta, which is, I'm not from here. I don't have a reason to like know Atlanta car culture, but I'm loving what I see for the first 5 minutes I walk in.
Thanks for joining us here. What a good time under the lights, but guess what? We are still gonna party here across the street. Road Atlanta, round 2 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship and round 1 of Prospec. Send it.
Thank you so much for joining us here. And again, tune in for every episode of Send It from every round of the Formula Drift competition. And it comes out right prior to every round. So we're shooting some in Utah, have some fun over. One just dropped as we captured Seattle. Shout out to Matthew, a 5-year-old young man who just had surgery. Your uncle wishes you well. So Matthew, hope you're feeling better after a serious surgery. So Matthew, got a young and old fans of Formula Drift. Our judges right there, wave to the crowd there, Brian Eggert, Vernon Zvanveld, and Robbie Nishida. Robbie with an aggressive handshake. Don't break your wrists, okay? All right, let's walk through this 3 outside zones, pretty straightforward, but not straightforward at all.
Yeah, like as you can see, we got a couple slivers of decel zones, but let's go with the start. Straight line into outer zone 1. We want it fast, quick, confident initiation in outer zone 1, not trying to overshoot. You can see we're going over those rumble strips. Nice intensive transition in outer zone 2 and stay deep into that zone all the way through. It's a real long one as we get in outer zone 3. There's a nice natural transition into that zone. It's also just a bit as long as outer zone 2 and finish it out through the finish line. So, like I said, very minimal decel zones in this course. The natural one, of course, at the initiation and between outer zone 1 and 2.
What was the big focus points for you watching 32 as we go into 16? Just obviously the refinement. It's gonna, you know, the cream rises to the top. But what part of the track?
Basically the transition from outer zone 2 to 3. When we can nail that, I've seen some of the best chases in outer zone 3 and being able to maintain that close chase.
And gentlemen that did it really well. Even, you know, he wins the championship, but he wants to win here today. TLO, Tommy Lemaire. Congratulations, our champion, and it didn't come easy. Gets to the line, they call a comp timeout right there. That spark plug wire, excuse me.
Yep.
It fried, so that's going to cause it what they thought was a grounding issue, and as you said, arcing. That's going to like it's going to be a grounding issue. But Tommy Lemaire, TLO delivers, and with this victory, as Osoli was knocked out, and Tommy gets the win. TLO, your 2024 Pro Spec champion. You know, and then in the driver intro, he does a signature backflip. He says, "I only do it if I won," because he's been on the box. But an emotional TLO, as even Lorette Nickel caught some of the feels there when she went up to interview him, and it's hard
contagious.
not to.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm like,
yeah,
oh, man.
got Dusty in there all of a sudden. Got real dusty.
Yeah.
And well, we have our first battle on deck. Looks like they're gonna jump in the bob, the burnout box, and we got the double bob, the DBOB, and they are getting in there. So, and our first battle is Dustin Miles and Dimitri Brutsky. Now, keep in mind, Brutsky, he's you know, he's already got his pro license. Also, to retain your pro license, you need to stay within the 32. So, yeah. And Dustin Miles, we've seen him jump in and out of drift and Formula Drift, but constantly drifting across the country. So Brutsky and Miles, and this should be a fun one to watch. Dustin Miles always with the mismatched colored wheels.
Yeah, he stays true to his style, which I can respect.
Yep, kind of a fusion Japanese style. Brutsky with that EA on the roof, another former champ. Built that car, the ESSA Autosports BMW. Shout out Michael ESSA. As here we go. Dustin Miles will lead. He is seated, pre-seated in this round of competition. He was, actually, no, he was not. He had to earn a spot. He was.
Yep, he had to seed.
Yeah, he had to seed, so 17th. And so did Dimitri. And that's what we were talking about earlier. Those first 4 battles were kind of upsets. Yeah, pre-seeded versus earning the seed. So here we go. Let's see our first battle of top 16. Dustin Miles leading. Brutsky, never settle, is chasing him down. Here comes Dustin Miles. Let's see how he initiates. It's his first outside zone. Boom, big, right to angle. He goes and overcooks it. That's 3, buddy. Come on now, temper that flame. Dial it back. Brutsky jumps to the side of him in that second outside zone. And let's see how he manages this. I mean, essentially right now, it's a great run outside of that, Miles. It comes off the outside zone, but, you know, you wonder, does Brutsky's spotter jump into his ear and say, hey, you know,
pump the brakes.
Yeah, pump the brakes. You know, don't do anything crazy because it is a wash.
No, I really like the aggression here. You know, Miles is always good at flicking it in there, and it was just too much. And it's unfortunate because he had fresh paint and took out all 3 of our indicators. Those are, mind you, 3 feet off of that outer zone. So that's a pretty moot point. Everything after here is just kind of a free practice for Brutsky here and Dustin Miles to speak of as they get in outer zone 3. Brutsky tucks in. Miles is a little shallower than he needed to be, but he does massage it back in there. But like I said, after that 3 wheels off, that isn't incomplete. We can get another take a look at it here. Looks like he, combination of just the momentum, and he initiated just a little too late, I feel. Just right at that 1 cone, he might have been,
touch.
You know, might have been practicing his initiation earlier, and he just got excited, you know, going up against a former Prospec champion. A lot of things going on there. The game inches is always a tough battle.
Yep. All right, so headed back to the start line, and Dustin Miles, I have to say, with a little bit of a deficit, but he's going to try to force an error from the rear to Brutsky. A little wide swing, and now Brutsky will be up front. Dustin Miles chasing him down. Yeah, a lot of attention here as far as that final third position spot. I'm hearing the chatter of mathematically, if Love advances, Matta goes out, you know, all these different scenarios, and we'll address them accordingly as far as, you know, those top 3 spots. And all our trophies are carbon fiber. For those that don't join us on the podium, or, you know, watching it or seeing the trophies, they're carbon fiber up until the championship. And I always say they're a little heavier because it takes just a collective effort, all the work, the team. I had some words of talk. Ayana, who spots for Cole Richards, and he says, you know, from his earlier years, he says teamwork makes the dream work. So it's all about we, not me. Here we go. Dmitry Brutsky, aggressive initiation. Nice job, but Dustin Miles knows he's got to push here. And he does that and straightens out, compromises that angle, and then tries to inch closer to Brutsky. But Brutsky, again, not 3 off. He did go with tires off, but not really too much of an issue. It will be obviously a deficit, but with the 3 off.
Yeah, that's gonna be all she wrote.
Love the way Dustin's driving, just that big mistake there right out of the gate. That's gonna hurt him.
Yeah, I definitely liked his charging points here in the chase position. It was just a little too late, especially right there in the outer zone 1. Beautifully done. Didn't trip him up there. It looked like there might have been a little bit of contact there. Now that we got, you know, the eye in the sky here, he tries to take a little angle out of the car to gain some proximity as he continues to try and surge ahead. Not quite seeing in outer zone 2. Brutsky doing a great job checking all those boxes in that lead position and just having a good drive out front. He knows he's got an advantage over Miles, so he's not making any big mistakes. He's staying cool, calm, and collected like a cucumber. As he look at how close. Let's see if we can see some contact here. I'm not sure. It's hard to say. The smoke was kind of masking that would-be contact as Miles tries to straighten out here and get that proximity in outer zone 2, and Brutsky just holding steady there out front as Miles brings in the transition. Could have been a little anticipatorily better there, and there we go. So going through the finish line, let's bring up the scores.
All right, so some good driving out of the gate here in 16. You see Dmitry throw a shaka, bro? Didn't know Dmitry was a surfer. I don't know. Here we go. Let's score ahead and slide left for Miles or right for Dmitry Brutsky. Brutsky, hang 10, brother. Dmitry Brutsky gets it done. And while we wait for our next pair, let's throw it down to the Red Nickel, Miss Fancy Pants.
Hello, you guys. Well, we are just talking about the track, Rudy and I, and outside zone 1 is proving to be really difficult. What are you battling through?
You can't really see where you're going. You're not on the edge of the track like typically you need visual areas to look at, and like the side of the rumble strips would be like my visual coming down to 1, and you're like 4 feet to the inside of it, and then it's like down a little bit further and in a little bit over there. So you kind of lose. You use the track to like as an apex point to look at where you're going, and you don't have that.
And you want to give a shout out to your daughter.
My daughter Avery has been battling cancer, and she's at home sick right now. So I wanted to give a shout out to her and her mom for taking care of her.
Avery, we are sending you a whole bunch of love, and everyone, if you can check out Rudy's post, there's a way to send some money and some love her way. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, our hearts with Avery. Thank you for sharing that, Rudy. Joshua Love, Chris Leonard. Shake that mullet there, Chris Leonard, because Love's got a lot of love in the building right now. So we'll see if those purple shoes. So this is the scenario. Josh Love just needs to finish ahead of Matta and Buchanan to get 3rd overall in the championship.
Yeah.
All right. So simply put, whoever does better between Matta, Buchanan, and Love gets 3rd place. But Love, obviously, it starts here. So we'll see if he can make his way through Chris Leonard. Josh Love initiates that BMW. Oh, Leonard, he almost got into a little tussle there with that BMW. But look at Josh Love slingshot his way into outside zone 2. You know, you got to think, you know, him and the ASM guys, Robert Thorne, and I mean, those guys they're a camp that really is preparing cars properly. And Josh Love has shown you that car can be prepared well, but driving it, Josh Love, that was absolutely bolts. That was deadlock.
You got to remember, Josh Love did a series in Pro 1 year, so he's got some tenure behind him as we go in here. Look at this flick from Chris Leonard as they enter into outer zone 1. Josh Love, good temperament there. It might have been a wheel off. I don't think he was. And Leonard trying to gain up some ground here as Love does an awesome transition into outer zone 2. Could have been a little deeper. Left foot brake in there. Leonard trying to stay in the game here, and does a decent transition, but he was still just a little further back and is definitely compromising his line there to sneak up on Josh Love there as they go through the finish line at this shot. So take another look from our drone in the sky here as Love gets that outer zone 1 beautifully, and Leonard, like I said, he's trying to make up the ground the whole time, and Josh Love is acting like he's not even there. It's what you want to do in the lead position. You never want to look back. And so here Josh Love's going in outer zone 1, and you can see the gap between these guys. Our drone practically fits right in there with them until the end, and just a little too late for proximity on Leonard's account there. So let's see what Leonard can do with his pony out front with a clean air and see what happens.
All right, thank you so much. As Leonard will now lead, and Josh Love will give chase. All right. And let's see Leonard with the clean air. We'll see if the Ford Mustang in battle against Dimmer. Here we go, Leonard, aggressive initiation, but he ends up ripping up. He shoots in on the inside. Josh Love, that's really hard to kind of readjust and accommodate that lack of angle, and then taking that shallow line. Josh Love really being thrown off here, and his adapting to that line. Oh, Leonard goes off. Leonard goes off. Looked like 2 in the dirt.
Potentially.
Like 2 in the dirt.
Either way, came up real short there on outer zone 1 here. I really like the style. He's got to, put it all on the table. Last round of the Prospec Championship here, but it just wasn't enough momentum to fill that zone whatsoever as Josh Love makes a lot of corrections here. Can't really put that on Love since Leonard really wasn't on the track where he needed to be positionally, and Love does a great job here to slow down his transition and really attack into outer zone 3 here as he puts it on Leonard's door as he kicks up a little desert swirl through the finish line. Now, through our different viewpoint here, you can see how short Leonard was there, not even present in outer zone 1, leaving extremely early, probably 20, 30 feet. Love really ran out of track there, and he couldn't really transition where you want to if he had asphalt more to the left. So, like I said, really can't put that on Love as he did a good job of adapting to that line, and he puts it right back on his door in outer zone 3. Little wavering though, as we can see there from our buddy Justin Smash as they finish it out. So let's see what the judges think of that.
All right, thank you for the insight there, Matt Sopa. Again, Leonard's got to, hey, I think he got some great track time here this weekend.
He did, yeah. I was really pumped to see that initiation and that aggressiveness. That really sets the tone. But now judges are looking for a side-by-side here as we check it out here. You can see how short Leonard was on that outer zone 1 compared to Love there, completely filling it out. Nice smooth transition. You can see the difference in the transition. They started way back there when Leonard was leading before the rumble strips, when Josh Love is just hanging out in front. Leonard's still trying to keep up. So I feel like Leonard had that greater mistake in outer zone 1, but is it going to be enough to have the needle go Josh's way? I'm really not sure.
Even with that mistake, Leonard throwing off Love, I felt like, it was hard for him to adapt, but he eventually got there. So I think that's going to be enough for Love to get the win. So, and just as it comes in, Josh Love gets the win. Josh Love gets the win. Chris Leonard, a good effort there, but that was a major mistake right out of the gate. And again, chasing that is really hard, but I think Love did a decent job. Obviously, could have quickly got to it, but that's hard, man. Just totally throwing off your line, not expecting that, but a great effort there by Chris Leonard. But Josh Love advances on into the Great 8. Justin Chestnut and Drifter J Martorana. Look at this. It looks like I feel like Chestnut could be his dad.
I mean, technically, but no. Another after hours motorsports contender here, as you were saying before. Josh Love's part of that crew, and now he's got a Corvette to go up against.
And here we go, where you're seeing again Chestnut out front and Drifter J in the chase position. Jay, remember he had that issue with his car, just pushing off early. We'll see if he's 100% good. Early initiation from Drifter J. Chestnut comes up short as well, very similar to Leonard's line. And now coming through the outside zone 2, Chestnut.
Too much.
Oh, buddy! Wow.
It might have been only 2, Jared.
That was an aggressive 2.
Oh, there went the tire.
And oh boy! Oh, a wheel! Oh man! I knew that, dude, that thing was digging in. It was more nitro cross, so it looked like the tire came off, and then I
think the wheel stayed on. It just
on?
completely abandoned the car and the wheel. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I thought that could have been worse, man, because
for sure
how deep he was, and he was digging that thing in, and yeah. All right. Yeah, looking, like I said, more nitro cross than it does Formula Drift right now. So we'll
there's no asphalt in sight here in frame.
No.
To the beach.
Went to the desert with a BMW with no name.
Yeah, I'm not sure what what called for the aggression here, but he did come up short. It was following the same good radius, but just wasn't deep enough in outer zone 1 here. And here comes the trouble. Handbrake put him deeper into that zone, just too much. He was not incomplete up until he lost that tire and spun around here. So despite that big mistake, that's what attributed to this failure to launch here in outer zone 3 and that tire abandoning the car here.
By the way, great save by Jaden.
Yeah, they both kind of pirouetted.
Watch this. Watch how he sees it happen. He's plenty shallow, but like I don't want to be anywhere near that rooster. Holy cow! Almost smash cam. And then watch Jaden. He's like, tire.
Like, no, thank you.
No, I'm good. Yeah, look at Jaden narrowly escaped. Great shot by Justin Smash. Smash cam getting up and personal.
Yeah, they both kind of pirouetted there in outside zone 3.
The Olympics.
So look at this. He's almost in the grass there. Just trenching.
Looks like the Mummy's coming for you, dude. Or Dune. Looks like Dune, like the right there.
Yeah.
All right, so a cleanup on aisle 3 this time.
That tire almost
like 2 and 3.
Almost put itself back onto the wrong wheel.
Yeah, so unfortunately, you're not going to fight back from that, and no contact from Jaden. So what this means for Chestnut, at first glance and assessment of the rules, hey, Chestnut's got a smile on his face.
Oh yeah.
So, still got a great attitude here, but if you look at it from past, he was no contact, went off course, DB'd. He's going to be out. He's going to have to retire, and Jaden will. He's already back at the start line. He's ready to go. So
yeah, I can think of worse ways of ending your season. As long as he's having fun, he had a smile on his face.
Yep.
Let's go.
So and there it is. Jaden will get the win. Jaden Martorana will get the win. All right. So all right. So again. All right, so again, even Jaden will make that bye run, but obviously with that he will complete, and so.
Yeah, just got to prove that the car works in a non-judged lead lap, as I like to coin it.
Yep. Yeah, so car's able to run. He's off and sending it. Pretty exciting, making the highlight reel.
Oh, big time.
Checkers, throwing dust in the sky. Looking like LeBron James, looking like Dune.
I mean, how about that commitment, though?
Huh?
Through the sand.
And there's the tire DB rule, so walk us through it, Matt.
Let's walk through it, yeah. So rear tires are required to make 2 consecutive runs. So when we do one, you got to do a lead and a chase run during your battles. The tire may be changed in a competition timeout if it's deemed acceptable by our competition director. We're only allowed DB'd if it's due to contact of the cars themselves, and if they're changed, and if that contact requires the rear tires to be changed, then both tires may change. Both competitors may change their rear tires so that they have an even playing field.
Yep. Okay, let's go down to Lorette Nickel, who's with Never Settle.
Exactly, never settling, and that is a perfect example of what he's doing this season, running pro and Prospec. It takes a lot to do it, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it takes more than I expected in a way. I expected it's going to be busy, but just doing it, you see a lot more that you couldn't predict how it's going to be. So yeah, been a tough season. And but we're learning, if anything, to learn. That's the season to learn. We kind of didn't have a good result. I mean, we had bright moments, like we won seating bracket multiple times, been on the podium like 3 times, I guess, in the seating bracket. But just running double duty and keeping the cars on track is something that I learned this season that I need to step up and do better.
Yeah. Well, of course, we're going to see you in top 16, and then tomorrow we're going to see you in pro.
No, I'm out. I blew the car out.
Sorry about that. You're right. I apologize. With that, I mean, a tough lesson there. What's some of the biggest adjustments that you had to make?
I don't know yet. We're gonna do our homework, but basically preventive maintenance, I guess, with the cars, and yeah, be more prepared for tough battles, because the car goes through war, and putting them through that much stress definitely takes a lot to keep up. And it's been hard to find motivation after like blowing up the car and not making out of top 32 and stuff. So today's day is definitely what I needed, getting some wins, getting some tough battles. I actually liked that we had such tough battle in the top 32 with Connor, and it was like 3 tough final battles, and I gave it all. Top 16, same thing, so we're looking forward to continue that and hopefully get in the box and rejuvenate our desire to just keep on going and never settle.
Love that for you. Thank you so much for the insight. Jared?
Thank you so much, Lorette, and some great attitude from Dmitry Brutsky. He got a smile on his face, and he is continuing on, and he will be going against Josh Love, and Josh Love in the grade 8. And again, Jade Martorana will complete his bye run as we got Chestnut off course. Next up will be Buchanan and Talaska. Those are 2 names that a lot of you are familiar with. So Drifter Jay salvages his car. That could have been definitely a bad thing there going into a driver previously, and yeah.
Yeah, he definitely avoided a.
Corvette Empire Auto. Jay Martorana will be going against either Buchanan or Talaska in the grade 8. So already 3 drivers in the grade 8 as we advance on. Drivers already in the burnout box. Give Link Engine Management top 16. A lot of things going down tomorrow. Remember, Pro is going down round 7. The big thing is the champion could be crowned tomorrow. And here we are seeing Buchanan will lead, Talaska chasing him down. 2 fun-loving drivers, seem to have a great attitude and a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, I like those guys.
Yeah,
they're always a good time.
Yeah, they're definitely jokesters. So it's fun to bring that attitude. You know, the driving styles, let's see what they got. No jokes here. And now big initiation from Buchanan, and it looks like he goes a tire off, but Talaska, he's right there. Transitioning now. Looks like Talaska shakes it off, and he shakes his way back a little bit. Buchanan now in this last outside zone. Talaska, look at him inching forward. That was sick. That was a great angle there, and that really highlighted Talaska's just composure, just inching closer, and mimicking that angle. That was like perfect parallel. It felt like it wasn't a degree off of mirroring each other.
Yeah, that's one good thing I've noticed about Talaska, his ability to kind of reel it in there and make it look smooth here. Is look at Buchanan, only got about half a tire off there, but that is one, no big deficit there. And Talaska does a kind of a lawn dart beeline to his door, but just couldn't quite keep it in the pocket there. Still keeping it in frame as Buchanan does a great job of filling outside zone 2, and it swings it into outer zone 3, and Talaska stays in that pocket and just inches it. And you can see, I think because Buchanan kind of fell a little shallow out of 3, gave Talaska the opportunity to get more on his door. Here we go, another shot from our buddy Justin smashing the drone. You can see Talaska just wheeling that thing around there as they get in outer zone 3 again, and Buchanan's getting a left foot brake, gets the car settled. Talaska still kind of wheeling and dealing that BMW into Buchanan's door. Tried his best to keep the proximity, but still make the car look good, not too wobbly.
Wobbly. And now Talaska will be out front. Yeah, it is whittling down. It's getting very serious, and Brutsky has something to prove, like he says, ups and downs throughout the season. And, you know,
it's like the elevator business.
Yeah, downs. Talaska on the line. Max giving him the thumbs up, and we are clear to send. The Let's see what Talaska could pull out of his red BMW hat of tricks. And Buchanan. The big pink suited boy. Here we go into that first outside zone. Talaska looks like he exceeds it. Didn't look like 3, it looked like 2, but we'll take a look at it again. And now in the second outside zone. I think he wants to show off for Buchanan. He wants some flare points there into this last outside zone. And there it is. Again, these guys are just so similar, very similar in driving style.
Yeah, you drive a good point there, Jared. It's interesting. Talaska seemed to, I feel like he's going up against maybe like faster cars. He's struggling a little bit in the chase to catch up to him, but he does a great job in the lead. And the higher horsepower, faster cars kind of that. So I think that was 3. Unfortunately for Talaska, that's going to end his lead run there. So everything else was a great show. Like, great job by him keeping his composure. That car's nice and stable up front. But Buchanan, look at that charge. Like the Buchanan ball he is as he goes into the outer zone 3, putting it on the door. A little love tap, kind of puts him back in the zone, if anything. So as you can see here again, we're slowing it down into this outer zone 1. You can see the back end of that BMW, and the right front is just outside of the zone 1. Buchanan kind of kept it play there. You know, he can only go where the lead driver is going. Better shot here as we get into outer zone 1. He's gonna almost center punch that one, and it's just a bit outside.
Yeah, we'll see the verdict here. Looks like they've already entered in their scores. Yeah, so unfortunately, Talaska does exceed the edge of the course. Yeah, so very unfortunate for Talaska. Great driver, good attitude, but unfortunately takes himself out of competition. And Cody Buchanan gets the win. Cody Buchanan moves on in his Nissan Z, and Talaska knocked out. All right, halfway through our Link Engine Management top 16. Ooh, Austin, Matta, Faruk, Kugay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got.
Is Faruk going to surprise us? Austin Matta's going to blow his doors off. This is going to be a good one. I've been seeing this kind of come to fruition here. I'm really excited for this battle, Jared.
And Swidnick. Love hanging out with Faruk. Definitely a good guy. I've been to Hyperfest a couple times together. Always had a good time. So here we go. Austin Matta out front. And this is about top 3. This is about getting your license. So here goes Matta. Big angle from Matta. Wow. Does drop a tire. An interesting approach on that outside zone, right? Just kind of boom, went right into it. Faruk, Kugay, he does have good proximity. Be a little closer, deeper. But Matta feels look at how settled that car is in outside zone 2. Outside zone 3, he works it in. Faruk taking a very shallow line. So Austin, you know, had these glimmers, but Faruk was just on the inside of kind of every outside zone. We'll take a look at it again.
Yeah, he had a lot to chew on there. I mean, that's quite the weapon that Matta has, and he did a good job, I think, in the lead position. I like the aggression here as he flicks it into outer zone 1, and Faruk was also there right where with him. Barely a tire off.
Good. That looks good.
Did a good job here of anticipating transition and kind of charging forward. That's what he wanted to do, but it just couldn't stay in that pocket. Just didn't have the gusto to stay in there on his door, as Matta could have been a lot deeper into outer zone 3. Does massage it in a tire's worth, and Faruk is right there with him. So Matta's really going to have to just show us that he can put it out the door a little closer than Faruk did in his chase position, and I think he's more than capable. So Faruk's going to have to do something fantastic to really wow us, fill all those zones, and show us a lot of angles, show us what he can do with that vehicle. It's the last round, Jared. We got to just put it all out there. What's the worst that could happen?
Leave it all out on the track. You watch your car. Unfortunately, you know, I guess it's a gift and a curse that outside zone 1 doesn't have a wall. That you would have went into it, right? It's no Long Beach, but a lot of the drivers are saying they like the walls because obviously you can tell where it's at, you know. But you know, you ask some of the drivers that have written off cars or even been injured, and it's not the best. So
it's a love-hate thing.
It is absolutely so. You know, with a couple of these drivers going off, it's about sight line and seeing where you're going. Timing is everything. And shorter run-up, which I can agree with where it's at, the progression of the car. So it's great to see. So here goes Faruk. That Enos Oil Dev Speed S chassis goes on the outside zone 1, does exceed it. Look at Matta. He is just chomping at the bit. And that ended up maybe hurting Austin in that second outside zone. Now coming through. Looks like they've almost reversed roles here, but there goes Matta. See?
Wow.
And again, just maybe too aggressive Austin Matta.
Really, I just wanted to... Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, Jared. I think he just had a little too much excitement behind the wheel there and kind of overcooked his chase there. Let's unfold here what happened here. He was really aggressive, maybe a whisper of a wish in contact, but he stayed in drift too long. That transition needed to be timed much sooner than where he did. And he never really fully recovered. I think he got jittery behind the wheel in the chase. It's like, now I really got to make up for this. Because now it's like, we're looking at almost the same quality of chase that Faruk gave Matta in his lead. And it kind of fell apart there a little bit more, but he did reel it back in. But to be honest, I think they're on par with each other in both their roles.
Yeah, just assessing this, looking at this as you talk about it, and just all the different angles. It's totally utilized by not only us, but of course the judges and the spotters, just to give some insight after the first run, you know. But Matta, if he would have dialed it back, maybe he has, you know, a little more horsepower, but just because you have it, you don't run through him.
Right.
Dial it back, gain composure. That's going to show, again, a competitor versus a champion and a winner.
Yeah, and thinking about his mistake in Outer Zone 1, I feel like it was more of a timing thing because he had the proximity there. It's just like he just decided to turn the wheel at the wrong time, or it just did not turn out the way he wanted by any means.
Yep. Hey, just again, a friendly reminder that, you know, in the Prospec, they have the NGK Mod Coil Contingency Prize Purse as we take a look here.
Oh, yeah. Side by side, you can see the difference there in proximity, but then Austin kind of just went off course, or almost off course there, and tried to make ground up. But Faruk staying a little more composed here in the chase, where you can see Matta just making these mistakes here and there, trying to get the car back into the pocket, where Faruk, though he didn't have the proximity, he seemed to drive the car with a little more intention in that chase position, and it seemed a little more composed because I think he knew he was probably at his limit of chasing Matta, and you know, knew what he had to do, where Matta might have gotten a little frantic, you know, after that mistake.
All right, so waiting for the scoring here. I'll get into that, but NGK making a commitment to the Prospec drivers. Again, the NGK Mod Ignition Coil Contingency Prize Purse. I'll get to that in a moment. Austin Matta, Faruk, Kugay, one more time and a one more time. So I think that's fair. They both had mistakes on either side. Dial it back a little bit. You're at 11. Let's get you at a 9.5. You know, but still drive with that aggression and your signature style. But yeah, so NGK Mod Ignition Coil Contingency Prize Purse, 15 grand in cash for the whole season. Top 4 finishers at every stop get a prize. The overall top finisher in points for this season that participated, running the stickers, running the product, an additional 4 grand. So again, it's pretty much TLO's to lose. I mean, he's still in the hunt, but Cody Buchanan, he is still in the hunt as well. So
awesome.
Thank you to NGK for their commitment, for the up and coming, the rising stars of, again, the Prospec Championship. There it is, NGK Mod Performance Ignition Coils. So let's throw it down to Laurent Nickel, who's with Jay Love.
Well, we're going to see this guy do battle against Dmitry Brutsky. And what your goal here is this weekend is to clinch that top third position, that third position overall.
Yep.
Because
we really just want to get the pro license back, you know, in an organic fashion, to say like, hey, I belong here. I want to go back to pro. I know it'd be awesome to have a two-car pro team. So we just want to make it back up there, and that's the goal.
Well, we are crossing our fingers for you, and we're going to see him do battle against, again, his competitive friend, Dmitry Brutsky, in just a little bit.
Thank you so much, Lorette. And yeah, basically, you know, he needs to do better than Matta and Buchanan in order to confirm that spot. But coincidentally, Buchanan, he's still in the hunt. And we just saw Austin Matta. He has to go one more time. So
new life.
Yeah,
both
everybody's still fighting for that number 3 spot.
A lot of stories going on.
A lot of stories unfolding. That's exclamation point, baby. Here we go. Rudy Hansen and Advani, his first time in top 16. Here goes Rudy Hansen into that first outside zone. Advani in tow. Second outside zone. Here goes Hansen. Again, that car is seen pro and Prospec, and Advani, whoa, goes off. Woo! He just exits stage left. All up in the dirt as Hansen continues on. And Hansen needed to do that, but Advani, something happened there. You have to, I mean.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, this is like a Knappich thing. The brake booster went out and just a line never seen before. So done and dusted is Advani, his first time in top 16, and he exits out on outside zone 2.
Yeah, that was interesting because obviously Knappich was on initiation in his brake stop, but this was. Can't assume that he wasn't on the brakes, left foot braking and stuff, but let's see if we can deduce on what happened with this this Corvette here as Rudy does a nice little flick initiation. Riding that line on that. That was a really good job on that outer zone 1 as he transitions, but let's take a close look at Richard Advani as it just looks like it just kind of washed out Jared, and then he went right in the desert there as Rudy carried on his way in the outer zone 3. And without talking to Richard himself, I'm not really sure what else we can find out by looking at Justin's footage here. As good call. You see that DB, and that's gonna do it.
Oh, it's a bummer for Advani. Again, his first time in top 16, but you got to keep the rubber where it meets the road, and also keep the rubber where it meets the wheel. So Advani DBs.
That's a strange spot for that to be.
Yeah, it is.
It wasn't off course. It just kind of said peace.
Yeah, tire pressures maybe, or.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
That's where the rule really came into play. But some rumble there.
Oh, it's off right there, Jared.
Yeah, the rumble strips are there. It's off on that back lap.
So there was a root cause. I thought it happened a little later, but oof is right.
Oh man, here's a shovel.
There's nothing worse than that noise when the gravel is just pelting the bottom of your car.
Yeah, gravel machine gun as we call it in the rally world. So Advani goes off course, and the dirt people have claimed another one. All right, so Advani goes off. That will mean that Rudy Hansen will get the victory. This is a similar scenario that we just saw with Chestnut and Jay Motorana.
Right.
So yeah, and there's Jay. You know, he was struggling with his vehicle earlier.
There's a jack stand under there.
Yeah. All right, so there's the Empire Auto Corvette. He's still in competition. He will be going against Buchanan in the Great-Et. All right, Lorette, we know Jay's been having a lot of issues. What's going on now?
Well, just that exactly. I wanted to get a word with you. We know that you've been having overheating issues. What's happening back here?
Unfortunately, we couldn't resolve the overheating issues. We have no idea what happened there. We're trying to find ideas, but I think we'll tough it out for the rest of the day. Now with my run with Chestnut, unfortunately the exhaust fell on the axles, and so the car would be like jumping, and it was doing a bunch of weird stuff. So now the team is working on it, and we're going to be trying to fix it for my next battle against Cody.
Fingers crossed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lorette, and good luck to you, the young Padawan. And we are finding out that Advani, he is out. He DB'd between 1 and 2, and we saw that there on that replay. So he, unfortunately, does have to retire, and we'll get him off the course, and that will mean that Rudy Hansen will advance. Yeah, that is one broken. Oh man, that is a broken wheel.
Yeah, you'd think that thing was made out of plastic the way it broke, but
like
that's
porcelain.
That thing shattered.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be right back. We'll take a short break. We'll get Advani off course, and we'll continue with the action here at Utah Motorsports Campus.
My name is Kevin Wells, Competition Director of Formula Drift. We're out here to sold out round 6 in Seattle, and we're here with Matt Sopa, who's going to start it off.
Let's go.
Oh, she's stanced. Is it shock fluid?
Shock fluid, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to roll on here?
We'll have to put a skid underneath it, just let it hit back against the car while I'm driving her on.
Toss a little off the wall, just barely.
You were pinned, that's for sure.
Need to pull the brake or what? These skates are wider, man.
Hell shit. Yeah, she's walking pretty good.
We saw just plastic fly everywhere. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. I tried to save it, but something felt weird when I came off the bank and it threw a bunch of angle. And I hit the outer 3 and it messed me up. I almost zeroed, but I think I saved it. Yeah. So complete a run at least.
Got a jack stand somewhere? Oh, fold the tabs in?
Yeah, right here, the tabs are in, so even if we do get it out, we won't be able to get a new one in.
You can't bend that tab back?
No.
No back is out. All right, ready? Doing it.
Look at that guy. When I'm born again, I want to be him. I want to be him. I want to be him.
I bet.
Chrome gym suit.
I bet he would rather be you driving a Ferrari. just throwing it out there.
Ciao.
That's pretty damn thin.
I mean, that's not bad. I mean, that's probably chrome moly. So.
Right, but still, it's just very thin for something that doesn't necessarily need to be that way.
Right. Well, especially to dissipate heat.
Yeah.
So what happened today?
Well, let's start off with a good thing. Yesterday, we killed it in the seeding bracket. We won. So we got our first official battle win yesterday, and then topped it off with winning the seeding bracket. So I was stoked.
5 minutes!
Touched the tire on the wall, and it just pulled the whole car in. And we've had to replace every corner of the car pretty much, and now we're rolling into this, and it's not looking great for us.
You're gonna be all right?
We're not gonna make it. So
oh, okay.
Where the car well.
I'm guessing the exhaust. I'm guessing just the exhaust brake. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But they're already here, which means you already called your 5. I can't be like, oh, never mind, now that you look at it, go back. You know what I mean? Exhaust broke?
Yeah.
What do you need? What do you need? Tell him not to touch it, or come here.
Good. Crank it up. Crank it.
What's our time?
Crank it up. I want to make sure it doesn't fly off. Crank it up.
All right, join Kevin's corner there as we advance on. We'll see Rudy Hansen pull up to the line. He gets, unfortunate circumstance for Advani. Hansen will reap the rewards, but, excited for him to advance on. Hansen will go against either Matta or Kugay in the Great 8. Like I said, excited for NGK. Thank you for their commitment, for, the contingency that they have provided for the Prospec Championship. Right now, it's all signs are saying that it's going to be that of, I'm talking about TLO, Tommy Lemaire. So layout, listen, Rudy Hansen, Team Hansen. Again, shout outs to Avery. Hope you're feeling better, get better. Dad's going for you. So shout out Rudy Hansen. Avery Hansen. Layout, listen. And there it is, Rudy Hansen, full pull for double duty Rudy.
Double duty Rudy.
Fresh and fruity Rudy Tootie.
Juicy fruit.
Juicy. That doesn't even rhyme.
I don't know.
Juicy fruity Rudy. There we go. Get him a deal.
All right, he's locked in for the top 8, Jared.
Get him a deal with IHOP. Rudy fresh and Rudy Hansen. All right, Dimitri Brutsky, Josh Love, Jaden Martorana, and Cody Buchanan. Rudy Hansen will go backtrack to the one more time of Matta and Faruk. Now those guys, they turned it up in different areas that didn't really benefit them.
Yeah.
So they just need to dial it back. Matta was aggressive in his chase. Faruk, yeah, he just made some kind of mistakes here and there. So they really just need to tighten it up. Don't leave it in the judges' hands. I know Faruk can really place his car well. Matta, he's got a lot of horsepower, but this is where it gets, you know, look here, we're round 4, attrition, you know, not only the season, but even just this round, you know, we're at higher elevation where the cars run a little differently.
Right.
The weather, the conditions, the dust overall. Austin, Matta, and Faruk, as Faruk will chase him down.
Yeah, but I'm
5,043 feet. That's our elevation. Thanks to our statistician Ken Curley, keeping us right and steady. Here we go. Talking about getting loose and steady. Here we go. Austin Matta initiates. Big angle from him. Oh, Faruk in that chase position. Looks like he was going to. Oh my gosh! Comes out of the smoke. Did not see that. But I think he startled himself. Holy cow, he came out like a fighter pilot. Going into the dirt, going into the dust. Matta, Faruk. My gosh, that was like a jump scare for.
It was.
Sopa jumped like a kid at a haunted house.
It was like that country driving video where the zombie pops out.
Oh my gosh.
That was me.
Yeah, Sopa jumped out of his seat. Watch this again.
Now
he came out of nowhere.
That was incredible. Unfortunately, it didn't look like he pulled it completely off, but exciting nonetheless. Is awesome on the great job. Look at that. Just a whisper of the wish of the bumper, and he's like, oh, here I am. Let's get back in formation. So I don't think it'll be deemed as an incomplete, just a deficit. We got one tire off on Austin Matta as he massages it into outer zone 3 pretty well. Faruk right there with him. That was, whew. That's 2 out of 2 arms with the goosebumps, Jared.
Yeah, that was 2 out of 2 on the
the goosebump arm meter.
Yeah, speaking of goosebumps,
there we go. Wow. Like, what was it? Dylan Hughes said, when you're going through the smoke like that, you just kind of guess. And sometimes you nail it, sometimes you don't. And Faruk definitely nailed it coming out of there and kept it together. Good on him.
And also, you know, we're so fixated on that, on just how narrowly they avoided that major contact.
Yeah.
Faruk did go on the inside, but don't know what happened to Austin, but in that second outside zone, he did go off considerably. And
yeah, at least 1 or 2 for sure.
That's going to come into play as well. So, all right, now Faruk Kugay will lead the Ineos Oil S chassis, and Austin Matta will be getting after it. And let's see if he chases him down that close and narrowly escapes it once again. But definitely Faruk with that mistake. It could have been absolutely sensational if he dropped into formation but straightened out. So that's going to be reflected in his score as the turbo blower zips on by.
That thing's like,
yeah, he
cruiser, dude.
Yeah, he motors. I'm not going to lie, I almost got hit by it yesterday.
He's a little shallow in outer zone 1, but he does a good job. You gotta look with both ways, Jared, even on a racetrack.
Just keep blowing. That dude just gets after it. All right, here we go. Faruk Kugay and Austin Matta. Coming down. Initiating is Faruk.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Faruk bounces away into outside zone 1. A little lack of, again, that angle is very deceiving. I said that with Illingworth, but see, and then that angle, it just shows you it does have angle. So just when you're shooting right down the nose of it, here we go to that last outside zone. And Matta goes deep.
What's going on here?
Ooh, Faruk, it looked like he was it's like losing power and kind of just.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it over that
way in.
1,000 horsepower V8 over his JZ to kind of, more to your point, if he was losing power or not. It's real open. Faruk put a little more pizzazz in his initiation, but is what it is. He did fill out the zone really well. And Matta kind of fell back here in the chase position as we rounded into outer zone 2. Faruk looking pretty calm and steady there, and Austin Matta's trying to make up some ground there. Little wavering in the lead position, sorry, as they transition into 3. Faruk doing a good job. He left foot brake there. That might have been a mistake there, as why he came so far off of it. Outer zone 3, and Austin was still there with him. Again, I like his outer zone 1. The transition here could have been more aggressive with Matta in the chase position as they push through outer zone 2. Faruk does have a tire or two in that and does a good job of getting the transition smooth into 3, but here's where it fell apart. I think he just stabbed that left foot a little too hard. It brings the car in. In general, when you left foot brake, you're going to tighten up your circle. You're going to make it a little
Yeah,
shallower. And
you're gonna
that's
minimize
what
that
happened.
radius, right?
Yep, exactly.
All right, here we go. Austin, Matta, Faruk, Kugay, and I'm gonna assume that. So Matta still in the hunt for that 3rd place spot. So Josh loves that. You know, again, he has to do better than Buchanan and Matta. So.
And Matta's gonna go up against Hansen, so he's gonna have a lot to chew on there in the top 8.
Yep, and Love against Brutsky, right?
Yeah, there's just
so
a lot of uphill battles.
Mathematically, Buchanan and it's got a little bit of a break because Jay's having so many issues with his car, between overheating, the exhaust dropping. But right now, Tommy Lemaire, Nick Jimenez, no pressure, brother, as you're going against the now champion from Canada, from Quebec, Nick Jimenez from Hollister, California. So pulling up to the line, you can see TLO closest to us and Nick Jimenez in that chase stall. Like racehorses, ready to send it. A couple more battles here in our link engine management. Top 16 as we ride shotgun with Justin Smash on the smash cam. Boom, dropping a formation. Here comes Tommy Lemaire out front. The now 24 link engine management Prospec champion gets into that first outside zone right there on the razor's edge. Comes back, swings into that second outside zone. Straight line, and then Nick Jimenez taking a shallower line. And there it is, TLO, just gotta have, I feel like he's exhaling through this whole run. It's just gotta be a sigh of relief. Nick Jimenez, he hung with him on that last outside zone for sure. Kind of struggling in the outside zone too, but overall he was in frame. Let's just call it that.
Yeah, at this point, anyone who's going up against TLO after this is all going to be bragging rights as they get into outer zone 1. Jimenez needs to be a little more aggressive there. I could see a little handbrake pull from TLO as he wanted to get that wider field. Didn't have the momentum there, but you can see cut that line pretty severely. Jimenez in the chase position as they fill out outer zone 2, and Jimenez comes through the smoke here. Could have been a little bit more anticipatorily with the transition there, but he does sacrifice a little angle there and closes the deal a little bit better towards the end of the finish line now. Back in the cockpit of the Justin Smash drone here as you can see that handbrake pull just right before entering out. Fills about half of it, I would say, fully. And Jimenez almost a full straight in there, trying to gain some ground here on that Prospec now champion as they get around to outer zone 3. Jimenez trying to get back into formation, falls back a little short, reels it back in and through the finish. So now Jimenez has his chance to get some clean air on that 350Z, which I believe is JZ powered, if not RB. I can't remember. I know it's not a V8. I know it's not the VQ, but definitely a swapped car, as most are in the field. Yeah.
And Jimenez out front, as you say, TLO in the chase. And I'm feeling that TLO, like I said, I feel like he's exhaling the whole run. He's got a lot of confidence. He's feeling good. So I think he's going to really push here against Nick Jimenez, because once you kind of dial it back, sometimes that's where just simple mistakes are made, right? So here we go. So TLO, you can see him lunging to the side of Jimenez in that second outside zone. Let's see this transition here. TLA come through the smoke. Nick Jimenez, great lead run right now.
Yeah.
Jimenez.
That angle.
Little bit of shimming there from Jimenez, but a great chase job there by TLO.
Yeah, Jimenez is just going for bragging rights, like I said. TLO's keeping it conservative here. It does great proximity over Jimenez is chasing that position as they round it out into outer zone 2. TLO having a little more proximity and definitely been able to chew on this lead run that Jimenez is giving him as they get into outer zone 3. Much more approximation here from our chase driver here as they finish it out. Jimenez, it's a valiant effort. I just feel like TLO's was a little more polished runs here as Jimenez here, had to make that huge correction and dive bomb the line there to get that proximity where TLO was approximate the whole time through outer zone 2. But Jimenez did a great job here pouring on the angle. He did have a few little wobbles here and there, corrections, but excellent angle from that lead driver. But TLO was sticking right with him the whole time.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Getting a verdict here from Tommy Lemaire, who's in the hunt for that NGK mod ignition coils contingency. And slide him left for Tommy Lemaire. A good effort from Jimenez, but unfortunately TLO, the now champ, advances on. One more battle left in the 16, and that's Margaritis Katsanidis, the doctor of so many varieties. He has
a lot of PhDs.
Yeah, a lot of PhDs. Before we see our next battle, let's throw down to Lorette Nickel, who's with Austin Matta.
Well, we were just talking about pressure, and I was wondering, what is the status for you right now?
It's just trying to stay calm and drive as best we can.
How do you do that in a situation like this?
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's not easy. A lot of emotions. So.
What are some of the emotions you're going through right now?
Just happiness.
Oh, Austin, that's awesome.
It's working.
You guys, you can see how much this means to all the drivers with Austin's reaction and, of course, Tommy's reaction to winning the championship. This is what makes the sport.
Thank you so much, Lorette, Margaritis, and Sean Illingworth. Sideways Sean is simply known on Instagram. So here we go. The LS Doctor, the Greek Doctor, leaving the start line. Our final battle of the Link Engine Management, top 16. Yeah, the LS Doctor, he's definitely got a serious car. And I know Sean changing his setup, changing things a little bit differently. Ooh,
what's going on here?
Yeah, looked a little wonky coming outside zone 1 to 2. Gonna have to see that overhead view. And then there goes sideways Sean. It's that last outside zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katsanidis, I mean, just on a tear. I think Illingworth, again, didn't time that properly. Maybe had a hiccup there in that Sac City Nissan.
Oh, I was thinking Katsanidis had a little
really?
Transition issue there. But let's take another look here at the Air Force replay. As look at that approximation from Illingworth. He kind of had to back off there. And look at, I guess, yeah, Katsanidis did have a good smooth transition. So I'm not sure what happened with Illingworth there, as our truth serum is out in the sky there, and he's just trying to gain some real estate going in outer zone 3 as they continues to lose it. And Katsanidis just kind of almost all by himself out there through the finish.
I did see that little hitch you're talking about, though.
With Katsanidis?
Watch halfway through outside zone 1. Like there's like a little.
Yeah, it kind of loses.
Like a little hitch, but not. Yeah.
So yeah, he handbrake there. He's trying to get it back in the party there, as just couldn't quite get back in the pocket there. That change position. It does a good job of the transition, but that LS Doctor, he's got that thing tuned up. He's got all his checkups done. That thing is prescribed to win.
Okay, all right. Yep, you need a vaccination shot. All right. Let's see who's going to come out on top here, Sean or Margaritis. Last driver to join the Great 8, one of these drivers going against that of TLO, Tommy Lemaire. So it's a big ask, but you want to be there. Get a shot at getting a victory here in Utah. There's Sean Illingworth. Staggered start, lights are off, extinguished, and send it. Here comes Sean Illingworth. Down the pipe, little flick in front of the BMW. Illingworth, big angle there, goes a little deep on that first outside zone, and now into that second outside zone. Dives in, big angle there from Sean. You can see, oh, look at Margaritis massage it into, didn't know he was a masseuse as well. And look at sideways Sean using all the course, gets involved in that dirt. Whoa, and sideways Sean gets a little too sideways on the wrong side. Does finish it out.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was a really weird turn of events.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed the line that Margaritis had to cut, similar to what Jimenez had to do against Lemaire. But check this out as we take a look at the replay. Margaritis could have been a little closer, left foot brake in there. Sean keeping it together, not quite outside one, because they massage it into outside. But yeah, see that?
Yeah.
That line, a lot of sacrifice there for, it was a nice smooth arc, but it was just, that's too much of a deficit in my opinion in the chase. You just can't be doing that.
Another one, he does that again.
Yep, it's toward the end.
So telling.
Yeah, big time.
Was there a tap there across the?
No, I don't think so.
It's like it just came unbalanced.
Yeah, look at his transition was too sudden, and he wasn't in the right position to kind of make that move. And he did get it back in formation, but it just took almost all his zone to do so. And as smooth as it looks, it's just you You can't. It's hard to recover that and not have the judges forget that.
I think maybe Sean got a little startled. Sean might have got a little startled crossing the finish line, and then it just snapped back. We gotta get Sean out of there, out of that kitty litter. All right. I'm gonna have to tow him out of there. He's pretty
dug
deep
in
there.
like a Alabama tick.
Uh-huh. Do they get pretty deep?
According to Jesse Ventura.
Okay. Let's ask the doctor. He just pulled off course. All right, scores coming in here. Slide him left for Margaritas or right for Sean Illingworth. So mistakes on both sides, but yeah, unfortunately Sean just needed to tighten up a little bit here and there. And Margaritas, again, he was kind of flirting with maybe going one more time or even getting that loss. But sideways Sean, good effort, but insult to injury ends up in the dirt, and Margaritas moves on. Our grade 8 is set, and that is how the bracket is shaping up.
Yeah, here we go. On the left side, we got Dimitri Brutsky going against Josh Love. Jade Martorana against Cody the Cannonball Buchanan. Austin Matta against Rudy Hansen, Tommy Lemaire, and now Margaritas Katsanidis.
All right, so our racetreads.com grade 8 has been shaped, the official tire service provider of the Prospec Championship. We have sideways Sean getting pulled off course. When we come back, we'll have our first battle of the grade 8, Brutsky and Love. Don't go anywhere.
Link ECU, let's go! So the next step was to get this thing on a proper ECU, especially with all the technology that Link has to offer.
Which should give us full communication and full control over all the sensors.
But so far, being able to log in and review every lap has been a huge plus.
To have Link pull through and step up for us and just help us out to be able to all pull it together.
That's all he needs. Simple, cheap, easy, works, good ECU, weatherproof.
It's got enough IOs too, like we're doing tons of stuff. Oil, fuel pressure, boost control.
All those features I have thanks to the Link ECU.
GT Radio. Experience ultra high performance.
The final touch to my dream build is a Sony Mobile ES system. Time to cruise with Sony Mobile ES.
Motorsports で得た高度な技術をすべてのレイズホイール一本に込める魂は永遠に変わらない Beyond the Revolution The concept is racing
Formula Drift is brought to you by BC Racing, the official suspension of Formula Drift. Go for gold. Torque Drift 2, the official drifting game of Formula Drift. NGK Spark Plugs, the ignition specialist. Welcome back to Utah Motorsports Campus, our racetreads.com Great 8, the official tire service provider of the Prospec Championship. Oh my gosh, the amount of tires they change during an event.
It's barely quantifiable.
Oh my gosh, I'm tired just looking at them, dude. So it's gnarly. So seeing Love and Brutsky's spotters give a little nuts, like
we got
it's
a little bit more present. You know.
See what you got, ride or die. Here we go.
On the
So
way,
take a look at Katsanidis. But our first battle right there. There's the numbers, there's the stats. Love wants his pro license, and as he described, the organic way, earn it and burn it. Let's see what he can do. Josh Love against Brutsky, who has already got his pro license. But again, he's unfortunately popped his motor in his pro car because he does run 2 cars. Here goes Josh Love initiating into that first outside zone. Let's see what he's got. Put a little love in your heart. Now into that first outside zone, drops a little tire into the second outside zone. Look at him rocking away from Dmitry Brutsky. Brutsky does jump there to the side of him.
Nice.
Nice, look at that. Great angle there in this last outside zone. Good angle. Josh Love. Woo, we're going flying with Justin Smash in that last outside zone. All right, that
was
give you the gopher cam.
That was a good chase by Brutsky there, Jared.
Yeah, but in order to have a good chase, you need a good lead run. So I liked what Josh did, but Brutsky did adapt, especially the outside zone 1 to 2. I liked what Brutsky did there.
Yeah, I could see like go back to Faruk and that, like if you can time that transition from 1 to 2, you can really set yourself up to be real pretty for the rest of the run because it kind of sets that precedence. Once you get out of that kind of that hole, if you will, then you really be successful. So here we go. Look at Love, only dipping a tire, not too severely. And Brutsky's kind of seen him set himself up there, kind of transitioning a little early, but it does pay off. Sacrificing that proximity in the transition to get it going in the outer zone 2. There we go. Look at Josh, smooth as ever as he pulls into outer zone 3. Good transition, left foot brake there, as you can see from both parties. As he's knocking on that door, that Josh Love's racing door, or Josh Love's drifting door. And you can see from our other angle here from across the way as Brutsky just comes in there knocking on, not on Heaven's door, but Josh's door as they get into the outer zone 3. Very good transition by both parties, and you can see Brutsky making some very small corrections to match the angle and line of Josh Love. So good job on both parties. Let's switch them around. Actually, let's take another look at the replay from Josh. You see a little contact there in outer zone 1, and I think that's why. Now that makes more sense of why Brutsky had a little more air in between the two guys as they get into outer zone 2. You can see him making some adjustments there. Look, he's been dialing that transition all day. Brutsky has going into outer zone 3. So cars are back at the start line. Brutsky out front, gonna get that clean air. Josh Love sitting a little further back. He's gonna dial it in here, see what we can give him chase. Oh.
All right.
Speaking of gophers.
All right, so as Josh Love. All right, so there was contact right out of the gate. We're looking in at Margaritas. He's taking a look, tail of the tape, because you know you got at some point you got to review. You know he's going. I would assume he's going through TLO, Tommy Lemaire's, and look like. So actually, what happened here? We have a cold track, but we got a hot track as well. Justin Smash, one of the drones. He's the FPV drone. It actually crashed and it caught fire. So not only do we have cars catching on fire, but we got drones. So just giving you a little insight on what's going on. Yeah, so seems.
Yeah, we were along for that ride when we took a little dive in the dirt with Justin.
We took a digger into the dirt, and we called it the gopher cam, but more like, just dove in, and you could see the drone there, but.
Don't take that home, Ricky.
The battery seemed that something came off of it, a battery or something, so.
Yeah, I bet it's the battery.
Fire crew's out there, and it looks like it's handled. So there we are. So just a little drone accident. It's all good. handled?
It's all good, man.
And now we will get back to the second part of this battle between Brutsky and Love. And Brutsky will now lead. Love is going to chase him down. Track is clear and track is hot.
Yeah, dude, it fucking took this line and
Here
just
comes Dimitri.
pushed it in and then it slung back.
Making sure they're all good.
Bro, I was
And we are sending cars. All right, so again, our first battle of our racetreads.com. Great 8 coming down the chute. All right, see how Brutsky rolls into it, a little slow roll. Josh Love paces him in his first outside zone. And oh, Brutsky goes way off. Brutsky looks like he went 3 off, again, rolling into that first outside zone. That could be a victory handed to Josh Love. Unfortunately, Brutsky overcooks it. Just comes in. Did it look slow to you? Or
It looked a little laggy. Don't say that much. And I'm not sure what happened with Josh, if there was contact between the two drivers, but I didn't notice like you did with Brutsky going that far off, but let's take another look at it, because that'll be the end of that run. If so, let's see. I mean, I like the flick. I like the aggression there, but 1, 2, 3, you're right, Jared. You called it on the doing it live here, so that is null and void that after. So,
but it did look like there was contact. Love might have gotten the side of Brutsky.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did the car look disrupted, or was it that first orange cone kind of made the door shake anyway? Let's see here.
Yeah, this is gonna tell you.
I mean, he is charging. He's on a mission there. Yeah, I would say there's contact.
Yeah, it looked like there was contact.
But is that enough? Like,
we don't have the MPH, we don't have the speedometer on. You know, we don't have the analytics right now. But it just felt like Brutsky was kind of
on his way there anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, it looked like he was slow on the approach.
I would agree.
So, yeah, our judges are going to analyze this, take a look at the tail of the tape. So let's throw it down to Lorette, who's with the Greek doctor, the LS doctor, the winningest doctor right now.
The winningness doctor, yeah, that's absolutely true. Margaritas, it has been quite a journey for you to get here, and you almost didn't make it to Utah.
Yeah, so moving from Greece to USA because wanna follow the dream of the FD, you know, it was a lot of problems to come over, but here we go. A lot of friends help, Mike Lessa, Rom Sarbartier, and everybody. But yeah, now we are here. We develop our skills. We become better and better, and here we go. We have 6th place last race, and we're feeling good. Finally, the car feels where I want to be, pushing me to go even higher. And yeah, the last week it was very difficult for me because we have a financial problem and we almost don't make it to Utah. But we managed it. Some of the fans, they jump in and they even sell me money on my Instagram and stuff, and it was insane. Like the good words, like you cannot keep up, you cannot stop, you need to go, and you know we believe on you and stuff. So here we go, we are here. Thank you so much. You know who you are. You all tell me to don't say anything. So that's the spirit, and I love that. I was in a very wrong place to ask about all of that, but here we go. We are here, and we prove like it's right, it's worth it. So now we go against TLO, which I'm super excited because I lose for him in Atlanta for a mechanical issue, and I was feeling very well driving with him. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah.
And you did mention that you're going against a driver that you can fully trust.
Yeah, it's somebody we can go 100%, and we have set up the car on killing mode. I hope he's not going to have any more issues with his car, and we're going to see his best of him, and why not? Let's go 3 one more times.
All right, maybe the connection there. And Margaritas also told me that he has a 7-month-old adopted kitty named Snow, who's becoming his own celebrity. So, you know, I'm going to make a run over there after the event and go meet Snow. Jared.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you, Margaritas, and a great attitude there. And, you know, everybody's got a story, so you love to hear it.
Yeah, looks like the judges were kind of conferring over this potential contact and potentially forcing Brutsky 3 wheels off. But in my eyes, it kind of looked like he might have been on that.
Watch the smoke trail. Watch the initiation. Where, you know, again, we haven't really stressed the 3-2-1. We talk about there's no decel here, so I think it's further back coming off. So watch the initiation and where they're at. Again, I'm not saying it's going either way, but
yeah. So he's definitely initiating before the latest point. That is the 1-2 cone he just passed. You know, if you take Josh out of the picture, it looks like his trajectory was going to be 3 wheels off anyway, but that's just, again, that's just my humble opinion.
Thing earlier.
Huh?
Trevor Root, that's
yeah.
what happened to him as well. All right, so again, analyzing this. So, all right, our judges taking a look at the different angles. Our first battle, the plot thickens in here in the grade 8. Analyzing it, Josh Love using that flatbed up front. Let's see which way it goes. Judges still conversing. All right, looks like they are in. Slide them left for Love or right for Brutsky. And it looks like Brutsky will get the win. Dimitri Brutsky gets the win. If one of our judges could throw on their headset, I'd appreciate it. Just wrap out with one of you. It looks like Vernon throwing it on. Thank you so much. And Vernon, my question for you is Brutsky, the contact there. Or my question for you, the verdict.
Yeah, so what we see that the chase car was a little bit late with initiation, so that's why he hit Brutsky, and that caused us the 3 wheels off.
And all right, well, I appreciate that. And yeah, you know, that it looked like he slow rolled into it, but Josh just too aggressive.
Yeah, that's what we deemed it to be. You see that Brutsky is already initiating between the 3-2-1 cone, so between the 3 and 2, and the chase car was still going straight.
All right, thank you so much, Vernon. And
fair enough.
Yep. So Dimitri Brutsky advances on, and here's a scenario now with finishing 3rd overall in the championship. Josh Love is out. Buchanan and Matta are still in it. So Josh Love is really hoping that Jay gets the victory here. Because, yeah, we're talking about 3rd place here because
that's right.
You know, obviously TLO, and then that of, you know, Osoli sits in 2nd. So that final podium spot, or not podium spot, but excuse me, overall championship spot, driver standings, 3rd place does receive a license.
Yeah, the license spot, we'll call it.
Yep, so Buchanan out front, Jay the Drifter, here in that chase position. So here goes Buchanan into that first outside zone. Nice job by Buchanan, fills all of it. Now in that 2nd outside zone, shallow from Jay, taking a tighter line. That radius now coming to this last and final outside zone. Almost looked like Jay was going to get involved in the dirt, but again, we know that Jay is overheating his exhaust. He's had quite a few issues with the vehicle here this weekend. So,
yeah, no doubt. It's I don't know if it's rearing its ugly head, but he did a good job of you know, keeping the pace with Buchanan. I really like his entry here. Good aggressive angle. Got out of bounds. Fully filling the zone. Great job there. Jay did a great job at the transition here as Buchanan stays in the zone with that rear left tire. Jay did have to sacrifice a little bit of line there. He does a good job of anticipating the transition here as well, but might have dipped a tire off there, and that's where it kind of fell apart for him in the chase position. He just couldn't quite make up that ground again. Looks like Justin's back up in the sky as we take a look at that outer zone 1 again. Look at this transition. Jay did a great job overcoming his vehicle transgressions as you can see him cut the line here and trying to just inch his way forward, and does gain that proximity back to set himself up for a good transition here, but that wheel dropping off is probably the detriment to his chase here as he just barely catches up to him right before the finish line. So now Jay's going to get the clean air here, Jared, and hopefully his car can just keep it together, you know, a few more runs, and just concentrate on this one and get him through. He's got a tough opponent. Buchanan, what's he going to do?
What's he going to do when he comes for you? And Jay, again, 16 years old, out front. Buchanan in the hunt for finishing 3rd overall. Matta in it. Josh Love just narrowly getting knocked out there against Brutsky, but contact was made and forcing Brutsky off. So Unfortunate for Josh Love. He knocked out early in the 16. He has to wait in the wings to see the outcome of this battle, as well as Austin Matta. So here we go. Let's see how Jake goes out front. And Jake goes in that outside zone. A lot more confident as he is out front. Smooth in that second outside zone. Man, look at that, just barely lifted at all, if at all. And very fluid now from Jay. Buchanan now taking a shallower line. But you could see him get right to the side of him. He did get the car up there, and you saw him give himself a little bit of distance here. Maybe he knew that he had a few mistakes kind of in his back pocket, or Jay had mistakes that he could capitalize on.
Right. I expect a little more aggression here from Buchanan. Or Jay's car just working that much better than he's making it out to be, overheating or otherwise. But Buchanan just couldn't quite put it on the door of Jay. He does a really good job of filling out outside zone 2. Buchanan's right there on the line, but just a car length or 2 behind him, and he tries to cut the line here, gets back in formation. He gets away from him again, trying to sacrifice angle. He just could not put together that proximity that he really needed to do to set himself apart in the judge's eyes here. As Jay did a great job. I was really impressed with his outer zone 1 positioning there as they get through here into outer zone 2, and he massages it back in there. I thought he was going to drop his tire, but he kept it cool. Car's now locked in. They're going to transition here. Buchanan does a good job. He might have been a little bit late, and that might have been the detriment to his end of his chase run here as he just tries to massage it in, but just couldn't get it in there.
I think Buchanan got surprised.
I think he did.
He did not anticipate that, did not expect Jay to be running that healthy, given just as we've been talking about throughout the day, or he's even shared with us. So slide him left for Cody Buchanan and right for Jaden, but it is enough. And I would say that Jaden's, for sure, his mistakes on his first run in the chase were larger than that of Buchanan's. But now you got to think you're going up against Brutsky in the Final Four. So Brutsky and Buchanan in the Final Four. Brutsky, a real just calm demeanor from this multiple-time Prospec champion, as we will now see, looks like Rudy Hansen and Austin Matta. So Buchanan moves on. He does advance, I believe, in front of Josh Love mathematically as far as third place goes. And yeah, Matta and Buchanan. So now it's Buchanan, or excuse me, Matta, that is up next here against Hansen. So yeah, with Love being out, I believe the third place overall drivers championship position escapes his grips. And it's Matta now that we are watching, and see if he'll challenge Buchanan for that third overall finishing spot. But Rudy Hansen, he'd love to play spoiler here and stopping that, because he'd love to get that one in. Here we go. Austin Matta initiates into that first outside zone. Right in there, Rudy Hansen. He is buried in the smoke now in the second outside zone. Look at Matta, just settled. You can barely see the wheel, just the front edge of that GT radial tire. In his final outside zone goes Matta. The degree of angle that Matta has here, dude, absolutely chef's kiss. Well done by Austin Matta. I mean, just the composure of the car, the attitude of the car, it's settled. You know, he talks about his nerves, but it is not displayed at all with the attitude of his vehicle.
Yeah, he's letting it out. He's definitely not exhaling like Lemaire was earlier, dude. Like, it's very good. And, you know, give it to Rudy for keeping up for the most part. I've seen where he was trying to, like, dive in and stuff, and that machine of Matta's is just an absolute weapon. And he does, look at that line he drew. Deep in outer zone 2 right away, and Rudy is right there with him, making very little adjustments to gain that proximity, but you can kind of tell he's just kind of get away from him a little bit. He did a great job there again as Matta fills up outer zone 3 beautifully with a ton of angle, ton of throttle, and a ton of commitment. Going into outer zone 3, and you can see here as we get out of outer zone 2, Rudy's transition there. He sacrificed a little bit of angle to dive in there, but also just massaged it in there. Not quite matching the angle until the very end, past the finish line. So good job on both partners here.
Okay, we're gonna alternate positions. Rudy Hansen, I'd say he has an uphill battle, but he's definitely got a battle. No pushover here with Austin Matta.
No, definitely not. That's
no. The sun gets low. It's, you know, starting to come into position of the driver's eyes. That gets a little difficult. Gets warmer on the judges. The sun is so intense. It's shutting down some of the equipment. Like it's you know what I mean. Like, you know, when I say, like, when I'm around the pool or something, the sun's kind of, you know, and it's like we're not working anymore.
Nope,
especially
we're done.
The temperature gauge. You're like, it's too hot.
Tapping out.
Too hot. Hot damn.
Too hot for the hot tub.
Should I get in the water? And here we go, Rudy Hansen out front, Austin Matta in the chase position. I expect kind of a gangster run here from Hansen.
It better be.
He's gonna throw it in there. That's what I'm expecting from Team Hansen. Okay, that was a little less than anticipated. Oh, look at Matta, he dives through the inside. Matta makes a big mistake. Oh no, on that transition, here goes Hansen. Oh, he gets in the dirt. Hansen gets in the dirt, transitions out. He does save it. This is the second run, so even if he DB'd it, he would be able to continue on. But man,
Matta was way off line there in the between 1 and 2. Whew. Let's take a look at that unfold here. As yeah, I was expecting a little more of a party out of Hansen there as he came up a little bit short in outer zone 1 and did fill it all the way, but man, Matta was just completely lost in that smoke. That's the only reason I can give him there as he tries to make up some ground here. And it's just Rudy's machine. That's 3 off, I think. What do you? Maybe the judges will agree with me, but yeah, getting the number 3s from the 3 judges. That is an incomplete for Rudy Hansen in his lead position.
Yeah, outweighing that. So watch this again here. So going to that zone, looks like Matta goes deeper.
But he never incompletes.
No, that's exactly what I say. So by comparison, apples and oranges, you know, Matta does not incomplete. He goes deep, he drops the tire, he's out of line, he's out of shape, he doesn't snap back, he doesn't revert, you know, doesn't counter drift or go opposite drift, and then Rudy goes 3 off, and that is confirmed.
You know, that's just like, we've been talking about attrition all day, and that's, you know, to stay in it and to know where you are on the track. You know, even if you're way offline, just stay in it and stay in drift and still transition, but being short, it paid off.
So here we go, Austin Matta gets
1 step closer.
An amazing lead run, and then in the chase, Rudy Hansen hands him a victory. And again, I expected a crazy initiation out of the gate, but he tried to do it in the second outside zone, ends up not paying off. He gets in the dirt. How he didn't DB the tire is beyond me. You know, we saw that earlier with Advani, we saw it with Chestnut, and Rudy Hansen comes out unscathed. It could have been a lot uglier, but it's out shaping up. One more battle in our racetreads.com, grade 8, and 3 drivers already in the final 4. Next battle, Margaritas Katsanidis talking about a story. He's got a Snow the cat. He's got
a snow cat?
Yep. That's what he said. He's right. He's got
cat name.
Yeah, it's a cat, right? Okay.
Being funny. It didn't
No leopard. Okay. All right, so TLO, Tommy Lemaire continues. He wants to move another step closer, excuse me, to doing a backflip off his car once again. He did it in the driver's intro for the championship, but a signature move. But Margaritas is feeling inspired given all the hurdles he's had to go through.
That's what's great about this sport. You know, you can have supporters from not only your family and sponsors, but fans as well.
I mean, look at Adam LZ. You know, he thought he was out, and obviously the power of the viewers, the power of the fans. You know, he sold T-shirts to get a car back out there, and Adam LZ is still in the hunt. You know, as far as a really good finish in the 2024 season in the BMW.
Yeah, he's really stepped it up in that car. I've been impressed for sure.
Yep. All right, here we go. Tommy Lemaire out front. Margaritas in the chase position. Let's see how TLO shapes up in this final battle of racetreads.com Grade 8. TLO, the LS Doctor, initiating into that outside zone. TLO gets right in there. Margaritas a little late on that. And now here comes TLO stabbing it into the second outside zone. On the throttle, absolutely clean, concise. Just another signature. Oh, he comes out. He comes out of that last outside zone.
What's going on there, Tommy?
Remember the belts. The belts might have left the chat room. So again, that is easily what could have happened there.
That's the perfect explanation, to be honest, without knowing, you know, from the horse's mouth. But he had that thing lit up before even the 3-cone, and I really like Margaritas' approach. It just, he had too much angle and scrubbed a lot of speed for him to get the approximation that he wanted in outer zone 2, and he never could recover, as Tommy does a really great job of filling outer zone. Could he use a little more angle, and there it fell out. You can see maybe then he kept it lit, a few clutch kicks, and Margaritas kind of capitalized that a little bit, but nevertheless, he still kind of was playing catch-up the whole time in his chase position here, as Tommy does a good job keeping his composure even if he did lose that supercharger belt. And remember, Jared, he already used a competition 5 in the top 32. So whether that thing's off or on, he's going to have to decide to run it or park it.
Yeah, so TLO, Katsanidis. Yeah, so he does not have that competition time out. He used it earlier, right before he was going to run.
Yeah, looks like Max is conferring with him, but they're talking French right now.
Does Max know French?
He knows, he's French-Canadian too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I always forget that.
Oh, I think he's giving him the wave.
Oh, he's bowing out?
No, wait, or?
No.
No.
Give him a thumbs up.
All right. Last round, don't hold back.
Belt gone? Yeah, okay. Again, they're playing the French-Canadian thing.
Yeah, maybe there's a couple ribs on there.
Yeah, we'll see.
La belt.
They belts? Exit?
Oui.
No belt. So they're going NA. And our director's like, blow it up, dude. You already won the championship. No, let's not do that. All right, here we go.
What do you got to lose? What do you got to lose?
All right, so here we go. Margaritas Katsanidis into that outside zone. Oh, yeah. So again, that belt, and it looks like TLO still staying in it, but the champion will be taken out, and that's what Margaritas says. I hope his car's 100%, but unfortunately, it is not.
Margaritas is gonna have to widen that lineup if he wants to take this thing to the podium, Jared.
Yeah, he is definitely, and he's gonna go against Austin Matta. So, hey, TLO, he might have got the loss, but he got the overall win, 4 rounds of competition. Again, this is unofficial, but he came out of drift in the lead, and obviously a little lackluster down power in that chase.
Yeah, I mean, without getting confirmation, it's obvious that he was down on a power. That thing straightened out there, despite being bathed in the GT radial smoke, straightened out there. Big time mistakes, most likely incomplete. But Margaritas, like I said, buddy, let's get some wide lines out there, huh? Going in outer zone 3, you need to go wider, but if we're gonna go into 4, put some air in the tires, tighten up the shocks, but you also have a weapon of a Matta to go against here. So it's always that fine line between, being able to drive the car with confidence and having enough speed, grip to compete with some of these guys.
Okay, so our final driver to join the Final Four. We'll make it official in a moment as we're moving right along. And let's make it official. The champ, or is it the Greek LS Doctor? Boom, it's Margaritas Katsanidis in the victor lane. Congratulations to him. He is in the Final Four, our racetreads.com Final Four. And there goes TLO. He's pumped, he's excited, even with the loss, he knows. All right.
Do a burnout.
We'll be right back with our racetreads.com Final Four. Don't go anywhere, just 2 minutes. One shake of the lamb's tail. Brutsky, Buchanan, Matta, and Katsanidis. Who's gonna get the win here in Utah?
All been in the pursuit of one thing.
Yeah, awesomeness.
You knew my father?
We all used to race together.
It's an invitation from Dr. Synth.
The age of human driving must come to an end. I propose we settle this once and for all with a simple challenge.
Let's see how Team Grit does against a racing model, the Synth Supreme.
All right, we are back and our final four is here. And we are taking a look underneath the hood of TLO, Tommy Lemaire's hood off the car. He's gonna park it, but we will celebrate tomorrow night for our Formula Drift Prospec mixer and celebration. Tomorrow night after the Pro Championship. It is tomorrow night. It is tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
Everybody challenged me and I said, no, it's tomorrow.
Color be corrected.
Cody Buchanan and Dmitry Brutsky. And here we are with our first battle of the Final Four. Who's going to the finals? Taking a look at qualifying two. We'll take a look at their seeding coming into this round of competition. Who's guaranteed at least a third place. Always like to play that game, but right now it is all Buchanan and Brutsky. Buchanan leading. Brutsky running them down. Into that first outside zone. Buchanan puts that in a little shimmy there, a little hop over a bump now into the second outside zone. Working it in. Brutsky, good proximity. That's gonna look really good on him. Men's Warehouse, you're gonna love the way you look. As Cody Buchanan. Oh no, hello. Cody Buchanan. Oh, the dirt just grabbed his wheel. It shoots him off.
I won't be surprised if that wheel broke, Jared.
Yeah, that was violent. I hope he's okay. Yeah,
yeah,
that tire DB, she gone. And Buchanan
taking a dirt bath.
Oh, that is going to be unfortunate for Buchanan. That definitely snapped back.
He got the thumbs up there.
Yeah, that's good. But that's going to, I mean, did not look like Brutsky hit him at all. That's going to be another victim of the dirt people grabbing it.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, and the other scenario here that we keep talking about is third place. So let's take a look at it. I don't think there was any contact. I didn't see any.
Yeah, I know Brutsky had really good proximation, but I don't think he was that close to disrupt him and put him out in the dirt there. Buchanan, Brutsky, that transition, awesome. Going into from 1 to 2 and taking a look at the eye in the sky. You can see Brutsky was kind of trailing off, and then, 1, 2.
Yeah.
Abandoned. Yeah, that was a rough one.
Yeah, so that's another similar scenario that we've seen a couple times. Just barely goes off course. Sometimes you come out unscathed. We've seen that with Dmitry. He's gone to the dirt and comes back. But Cody, unfortunately, watch this. Just boom, 1, 2. It just bounces way in, digs in, tire leaves, and unfortunately, that was his own doing, no contact, so that's going to mean Cody Buchanan has to retire.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, he's riding such a fine line. He probably felt so good until, oh, wow, he's actually a lot deeper than I thought there. Looking at that angle, he was almost half a car length in the dirt.
It's like he was on the rumble strip, and right when it like the car bounced coming off of that black and white rumble strip, and then it bounced again and just dug in.
Right. Yep. Absolutely correct.
Yeah, and that's the risk you run, flirting with that course edge, and a lot of drivers have done it and come out unscathed, but there's old freckle face, Lee DuPont, getting the shot. Yeah, baby, go Pods. All right, Slam Diego, baby. So. Yeah, unofficially. So that's the other conversation, right? So Buchanan outside of the car, amazing driving, and unfortunately the DB got him. And the other conversation we're talking about now is third place, because in the hunt was Love, Buchanan, and Matta. And at the top of the show, we talked about the different scenarios, and the battle for third between those guys is basically Love needed to finish ahead of Matta and Buchanan. Love going out in the 16. Boom, now it's down to Matta and Buchanan, and they needed to beat each other. Now with Buchanan out in the same round, or Matta gets third because he has a tiebreaker because he finished the best. He got a podium in St. Louis.
Gotcha.
So Buchanan out, even if Matta goes out, they'll have the same amount of points accumulatively, so it defaults to their most recent event and their finish, and Matta got a podium. So again, unofficially, Matta should lock in 3rd place regardless of the outcome of his battle between that of Katsanidis. So we'll do the math, we'll fire it up, but firing it up down there is Lorette Nickel.
Well, TLO is obviously wearing this belt, and he mentioned to me that today was a day full of bad luck and good luck.
Yeah, exactly. We had a bad luck with the supercharger belt in the battle that we just did, but still I think we had a good luck. So we cannot always have bad luck, you know. So we had the good luck to get the championship before that. So I think after that it was just gravy, and we managed to do it. And even when I lost the supercharger belt, my spotter Frank told me, "Let's do the run, let's do the run." So I went in 3rd gear, clutch kick, and did my best. And this is always for the show, for the fans. So I'm really grateful for it.
Amazing. And let's talk about your plans for next year. What are they?
So we got the championship, so I really want to go pro. I won't come back in Prospec, that's for sure. So if there's tire sponsors or any company that want to associate with me, I'm super willing to go in pro for next year.
And are you able to reveal what car you're driving?
So hopefully we're gonna drive with the Corvette C7, but we're still gonna keep this one as it is, just to make sure in case the development for the C7 is not ready. But we are still really proud of what we did with this car, considering the budget that we had all summer, because we are really in the low budget teams. But I think with all work on love, you know, with the team we did really well, and I think we have something to be really proud, because we did it with not much.
Congratulations again, you're champion, guys. Jared.
Thank you so much, Lorette. And yeah, just a great, great setup here. And to elaborate on on his setup overall, what are we looking at here for TLO?
Yeah, it looks like he's got an S15 chassis with a big old supercharger on top of an LS-based, probably a big block cubes under there, and that. If he's going to step it up to pro, like he said, he's going to have a C7 Corvette. I'm sure it's going to have a very similar engine package, 1,000+ horsepower. And I think, Tommy kind of touched on that, having the budget and the support is more of the battles off the track to get into pro than the battles on the track. Yeah, and you can buy more belts.
Well, ideally they stay on, but even in the pro, that thing's wound up, and I know Jacob and I were talking, he was elaborating on, rib count on the belts. What should you run? What's ideal? Because a lot of people throwing belts, you just get these weird little gremlins. So
yeah, you know what doesn't have belts? Turbos.
Hey-oh, there you go. Dimitri Brutsky with his bye run. Brutsky going to the finals. Brutsky is in it, and again. Taking a look here. Yeah, you're good. And Buchanan. So we'll lay out and listen to Dimitri Brutsky. And Brutsky, he's still got another battle left, but we do know that Austin Matta is the best seated driver within now the Brutsky's in the finals. Dimitri Brutsky is in the finals. So
doing a little counter course Kugay here.
Right.
Oh, come on, man. If you're going to commit to the Kugay, you should go all the way up.
All right, so again, Brutsky in the finals. But Austin Matta is guaranteed a podium at minimum of 3rd place. But he would, of course, love to better that. But again, Austin Matta, again, unofficially locked in 3rd place overall for the 2024 Link Engine Management Prospec Championship. Who will join him? Which one will it be, Matta or Katsanidis? Talking about Brutsky. So Brutsky waits in the wings. Throw some fresh GT radials on the rears, and here comes Matta and Katsanidis for, again, who's going against Brutsky.
Lights out.
It's been a beautiful day out here. Again, a little saw some wind this morning, seemed to have died down, and obviously assisted the smoke. But here we go. And here comes Matta down the chute into that first outside zone, now into the second outside zone. Oh, looks like Katsanidis straightened out, compromised some of the angle to get that proximity. And as they send it into that last outside zone, Austin Matta doesn't get, oh, now he does. Woo, that's what I was talking about, flirting with the edge of that track, man. You could get out there, and we just saw Buchanan, and the track just grabbed it. So let's see.
Yeah, that was the first time I think we've seen anything like that in Outer Zone 3. It's usually been the 2 that's been an Achilles heel along with Outer Zone 1 visibility, but here we go. Austin Matta throwing it could have been a little more aggressive in my opinion, but he did do a good job of throwing Outer Zone 1. Katsanidis kind of a failure to launch there. He does a good job of making that transition, however, and does a little straighten out there. Not enough to make it incomplete in my eyes, but that's up to the judges. Does gain some proximity. Could have been a little more anticipatory on the transition into Outer Zone 3. Matta doing a great job of keeping that car nice and steady and planted as they finish it out through the line. And let's take another look at our chase cam here as Katsanidis gets nice and personal in Outer Zone 2 and transitions into 3. Again, Matta, happy is the emotion he used, and he's going to be happy with that lead run, Jared.
And they're going to alternate positions here, and Matta repping his tribe. I love the graphics. Scott on the side. It's like Divulge. Picked up a new sponsor. You got the doctor and the Native American. So appreciate that as Katsanidis and Austin Matta. And let's see how the Greek doctor comes out. Austin Matta wants to go to the finals. If Matta goes to the finals, Buchanan gets third. If Katsanidis goes to the finals against Brutsky, Matta gets third. So some podium positions at stake here. Here comes Margaritis Katsanidis into that first outside zone. Very fluid. That was nice. Fluid like water into that second outside zone. Here comes Katsanidis. And now transitioning through. Let's see how they handle that last outside zone 3. Who's going to the finals against Brutsky? Oh, no! Matta goes off course. Yeah.
Well, I got to hand it to Katsanidis, so that was a killer lead run. I think that's what his spotter gave him the right advice to do just that. And Matta, I think, was caught off guard a little bit, trying to play catch up through Outer Zone 2, especially here as we get into Outer Zone 1. Matta had a good approximation there, but here's where it kind of fell apart. Katsanidis had a really great transition there, making it smooth, and Matta just could not reel him in as he tries to put it on this door. Just not enough track. It's too much space between the two of them. And here he's trying to play more catch up as he goes into the rumble strips and out into the desert as Katsanidis just, he took my advice, Jared. He needed to wind up that line, and he did just that. I don't know what he did exactly, but he made it happen. So good job on him making that killer lead run, kind of shaking up the chase run of Matta and getting himself a position in the finals. So now Matta is going to have a guaranteed third place finish. And
so that should mean that Matta will get knocked out. Katsanidis, oh, look at that. He's still excited for him. That's awesome. That's great. You did it, brother. So go to the finals. Matta still does hold on to third place at this event.
Yes.
And also, coincidentally, he gets third place overall in the championship.
Even better.
So you know, he's been on a roll from St. Louis to here, third place overall in the championship. Excuse me. Yes. So and yeah. So overall, so Matta. So let's slide him. Let's make it official. Margaritis Katsanidis gets the win and advances on against Brutsky and is going to the final. So it's Brutsky, Katsanidis in the finals. He's got to be stoked.
Look at that.
High fives all around. He's feeling it, man. He wants to win. And Brutsky's going to try to get his way, but you know, he said, I want to get Brutsky in the finals. He said that when he
did. He called it.
He says, I want to see Brutsky in the finals. And here it is. He come to fruition. You will it. Maybe it's the cat that gave him some good luck, I don't know. But here it is. Brutsky, Katsanidis in the finals. Austin Matta locks in third place here at the event, as well as third place overall in the Prospec Championship, because again, Cody Buchanan, Austin Matta, they tie in points, but it defaults back to their most recent event, which is St. Louis, where Matta got a podium once again. So he's going back-to-back podiums, third place overall, top 3, get a license. That is TLO, that is one of Osoli, and now Austin Matta. So Type S elevated, and we're gonna elevate, and we're gonna rise to the occasion one last time to find out who's gonna send it to the top of the podium here in Utah for our final round, round 4, the Formula Drift, the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship. It's Brutsky and Katsanidis in the finals. Don't go anywhere.
Is there an argument about whether pumice or walnut shell is the best abrasive in your hand cleaner? Not anymore. Fast Orange Premium brings the 2 abrasives together in one great heavy-duty hand cleaner that includes advanced skin protection. It's our best hand cleaner ever, and that's why we simply named it Premium. Fast Orange. We know a few things about cleaning hands.
Welcome to the streets of Long Beach. Look at that. It is a beautiful day here in Southern California.
K&N is back for another year as the official air filter of Formula Drift.
James Dean. Oh my gosh, I'm just flabbergasted by James Dean. There goes Ben Hobson. Big. Woo, uses all the course. Performance Mustang RTR. Vonnegut Jr. just riding the edge. Absolutely. RTR's been some busy camp over there.
The final touch to my dream build is a Sony Mobile ES system. Time to cruise, Sony Mobile ES.
Drifting, everything's a mental game.
Boom! Perfect.
You're not focused, you're off your game.
Ryan Turk is back at it. He wants it.
People happy. That's what we're doing. We're passing out bags, getting autographs, you know, making everybody just have a smile to interfacing us to Seattle. There you go. 13 hours away from home, man. We're here down from Calgary, Alberta. You got the atmosphere, the crowd, the announcer's pretty cool. Dude, it's crazy.
Formula Drift, baby.
Formula Drift.
Seattle always has some dope cars. R32, Beamer, Miata, Viper. And that guy, holy cow, that guy's really tan. Real quick, zoom in on him. He never wears a shirt.
Never.
Let the dog eat, dude, right?
The dog, yeah.
Let the dog eat, you know what I mean?
Actually,
that's how we gotta do it.
Sweat better this way.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Thanks, dog.
Tell me you do construction, I'll tell me you do construction.
Ain't no shame in Jared Sugar. I love
Absolutely.
Oh no!
Oh.
Castro win hard. You wear a Pearl Jam hat, isn't that like you're like so Pacific Northwest you wear a Pearl Jam hat?
I'm actually from Canada.
Oh, sorry. Dude, Weird Al, thanks for joining us here, dude. I really appreciate you, dude. Who's gonna win?
Dylan Hughes. James Dean, baby! 130 all the way, woo!
Seattle always delivers, dude.
The tension mounts. The finals are set. Hiro Manoa, Ryan Turk, Jared Deanda, Jacob Gettins here.
I'm ready.
I'm so ready.
So ready.
So ready.
Oh no, we are hearing that it is a competition timeout for Hero Manoa. Lorette, go run over there. What's going on? What's cooking?
Well, I'm hearing is that it's an electrical issue.
The system's in the car. If one thing goes out, I mean, it's the right call to make, you know.
So Hero Manoa is out. Ryan Turk will have a celebratory run. That will be number 1. Ryan Turk gets the win here in Seattle. Hero Manoa, back-to-back podium, St. Louis, and now here in Seattle.
Seattle is amazing, dude. Sleepless in Seattle. We're gonna party, keep the party going. Thank you so much to all the Seattle fans. You guys sent it. Thank you, Seattle. See you in Utah.
Yo, again, be sure to tune in every episode of Send It. That's what we're doing here, and that's our video series. We're having fun this year, capturing the essence, the lifestyle, the people, the culture, the vibes, the energy, all things in between. So be sure to tune in every episode and share with your friends. This is this crazy Neanderthal named Jared that goes around and puts a camera in their face. So, but you know everything.
You get
about
deep
that,
in there, man.
Dude, I'm trying to give it like a 90s Beastie Boys, like fisheye skate video vibe, yeah, intergalactic planetary. All right, margaritas, Katsanidis, Dimitri Brutsky. Look at this. We have a truly international affair, and you gotta love it. Come on now, what do you got here? Margaritas, Katsanidis. You saw Austin Matta, how excited he was for him. Can he put it together? And look at the BMWs, man, just how it's just progressed. It's really helped, I think, build and contribute to the Prospec market.
Oh yeah, big time. Because with the rules that we have in place, I think it makes it that just much easier to build a car for the series.
The access to entry. All right, let's send it for the last time here at Utah Motorsports Campus, round 4 of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship. Who's getting the victory? Margaritas, Katsanidis, the Greek LS Doctor, or is it Dimitri Brutsky? There goes Katsanidis into that first outside zone. Big aggressive initiation, filling all of it, and Margaritas goes a little further than he anticipated. Straight line approach in that second. He looks more like he's road racing than he's drifting. Now he throws it back on. You think he DB'd it on that back left? It looks all right. Here we go. Coming into that last outside zone. You might be right. And there we go, Margaritas. That last outside zone, and that, it looks like that back right might be DB'd.
Yeah, I think it happened in our zone 1. Yeah, maybe that's why he did that straight little transition here. Let's take another look and see if we can deduce
back
what
left.
happened. The back left?
Back right, excuse me.
Yeah, back right. So there you can see the smoke, and maybe right about there. Yeah, Brutsky did a great job of charging it, but
yeah, no smoke coming off that back right.
Right.
Whatever
down there. What a bummer to have our.
Oh no!
Come on. So kind of takes the wind out of all of our sails here because we wanted a good battle, but that's unfortunate. There's no contact caused between the two cars to create that debate in that back right. He probably hit that cone that the drivers wanted as their visual. Ended up taking out his tire, unfortunately.
Oh man. Let's take a look. Hopefully it rebeaded. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen it happen, but you also got to put air back in it.
Yeah. Oh man. So we saw, this is reminiscent of Seattle, right? So here's Ryan Turk and Hero Manoa about to run, and cuts down, and Ryan Turk got the victory after that. So it's the back right. Yeah, and it's one. Yeah. Yeah, and you can see him waving. Hey, he is definitely not, as you said, the tire might even reseat, but you need to put some air in it, and that's going to be, unfortunately, with the DB'd, just like we've seen. So here, it's that back right.
Yeah, it looked straight away when he initiated, so it looks like, oh yeah, there's a little bump in the road there.
It's on, and right there.
Yeah, it was right before that.
Literally on the track. No bump from Dimitri, no contact.
Yeah, definitely not on that side.
Yeah, and again, didn't force him into anything, didn't force him into the rumble strip. It was just dumb luck for the Greek LS Doctor.
We had so much momentum and excitement building up to this moment, and There goes the wind out of our sails.
You know, and we've seen that a couple times. The dirt, the track, it fights back. But don't know where Katsanidis is going because...
yeah, we're going to... Yeah, maybe he wants to party a little bit after.
Yeah, maybe party a little bit, just throw some air in it real quick. Because, is he, what's that? Ready for a bye. We're ready for a bye run, unfortunately. They know they can't call a comp timeout, right? They're just changing the tire. Copy that.
We don't want to run it on the rim.
All right, well, here it is, a victory lap for Dmitry Brutsky. Getting the victory. Max sends him off in grand fashion. Max's last send-off for the season, right?
Yeah,
so here we go. Dmitry Brutsky gets the victory in the never settle ISC suspension. That's the Autosports BMW, never settle, and he did just that. He fought through. We're talking about O'Soli. Then he went through that of Dustin Miles. Brutsky then went through Love. Brutsky and Buchanan. Brutsky and Katsanidis. And here he is with the victory here at round 4 of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship. And you got to think Brutsky, you know, doing double duty. His car blew up this weekend. This is gotta help heal the wounds a little bit from yesterday.
Yeah, definitely feels good after not being able to compete tomorrow, taking the win today. You know, he said he was kind of struggling all season, but what a good way to end it here. And for him anyway, we, you know, a little lackluster ending, but good for Brutsky here in Utah.
All right, so as this comes to an end, normally we kind of build the anticipation, but with that tire coming debeated on Katsanidis' vehicle, that means Brutsky automatically gets the victory due to the retirement of Katsanidis. So Brutsky gets the victory, and bringing in third place will be Austin Matta, as we have said. So a crazy event here, and we wash, rinse, repeat our pro vehicles tomorrow. Again, pro goes down tomorrow, so please join us either in the building or online, and we'll bring down the other 2 vehicles to celebrate with our overall winner of round 4. And if you're here in the building, join us at the podium. That was a quickly expedited event, you know, as we had a very kind of, not tumultuous, but a kind of a drawn out, given we had so many one more times in 32, we really quickly expedited the 16. Would you agree, Matt?
Yeah, I would agree that we went a little overtime on that 32. We had a lot of one more times and competition timeouts, and which were all justified, I feel, and it made it feel like 16. We kind of ripped through, especially these finals, but exciting nonetheless.
Absolutely, and there's Dimitri's wife cheering him on. Pray for peace on the windshield. Gotta love that from Dmitry. So definitely appreciate that. And as he steps outside of the vehicle, let's just say it right now. Your winner here, round 4 of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship. Never settle, Dmitry Brutsky. Blowing off his tires and blowing off his hat. We'll bring the other 2 drivers down here and celebrate them. Congratulations to Dmitry Brutsky and his team. Again, this has got to help heal the wound a little bit after, you know, popping the motor yesterday in seating brackets. And here they come, 2 and 3, hugs all around. Some moments for you, Matt, not only just this event, but this year.
Whew. I mean, I just feel like Lemaire with that championship, of course, taking that year off, it just goes to show, you know, you don't always have to grind every year, every day, you know, just take a step back. Obviously, he didn't take a step back from drifting, but we, you know, we had the first female podium in Englishtown, and just good battles this year. I feel like the Prospec series has jumped up, and, you know, it just keeps progressing and getting more and more exciting.
Yeah, you know, a lot of, you know, Brutsky hung out in Prospec for quite a while and then made the jump, and now it's amazing. So again, all right, so again, third place here in round 4 of the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship, and finishing 3rd overall in the driver's standings, Austin Matta. Finishing 2nd for I believe his first ever FD podium. He's excited, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Greek. So make some noise for the Greek doctor, the LS doctor from Greece, Martorana Katsanidis, second place here, round 4 in Utah, the Link Engine Management Prospec Championship. And finally, let's say it for good measure one more time, never settle, your winner, round 4 here in Utah, Link Engine Management Prospec Championship. It is Dmitry Brutsky. Throw it down to our field reporter, Miss Lorette Nickel. Lorette, down to you with some words with our winner.
A huge congratulations. It is his 4th ever win in your Prospec career. The last win came in 22. And Dmitry, I would imagine that this is the motivation that you need moving forward for next season.
Absolutely. This feels like a first one, especially with all the tough battles. And even at the end, this is not luck. This is not angel luck. This is our commitment, never settle, fighting hard. And our car been smoking the whole time, but we just didn't give up. I drove it like I wanted to break it and didn't hold back, and we're here. So definitely my team needed it, I need it, and woo, let's go.
We are now here. The season closes. What is the plan for 2025?
I'm still not done in pro, so I got to rebuild my motor and finish in Irvindale, hopefully on a better note than what I had all season in pro. But yeah, we're just going to rebuild the cars and start working towards next season.
Amazing. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner here in Utah, Dmitry Brutsky. And of course, Margaritas, this is his first ever second place. His best finish was in 6th. In St. Louis. Margaritas, this has been such an amazing journey for you.
Yeah, I cannot believe we're gonna have that carbon. I'm fighting for that the last 17 years. So I'm here and I'm super happy, super stoked. I wish I don't overcook it so much, but I was trying to fill it up everything on the beginning of the outzone one, and I dip it my tire. I don't change the car at all, like go lower pressure and stuff. But anyway, thank you so much, all my sponsors. Lockdown Performance, LS Doctor, myself, built this engine 25 events ago. We're still running strong. And yeah, so thank everybody to be here. You stay so late and get ready for next year.
Congratulations on your first podium. And Austin Matta over here. Austin, so overcome with emotion, you could see how much this meant to him. 3rd place. Austin, how do you wrap up your series? How do you put into words what you've experienced this year?
I don't have any words. I'm just happy. So, that's it.
So happy for you. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Austin Matta in 3rd place.
Oh, man, the emotions run high, Lorette. I mean, a lot of tears here this weekend, and they're happy tears, you know, and obviously celebrating the victories, celebrating the losses, because sometimes you learn more from your failures and your mistakes than you do your victories. But congratulations to not only the podium finishers, but the overall driver standings. Matt, let's take a look at those drivers' championship standings. We're going to celebrate 1, 2, and 3, both this round as well as the drivers. And this is how it ends up. TLO, Tommy Lemaire edges out Connor O'Sullivan with only 1 victory. O'Sully, that was the story I was going to say. I was like, you know, just being persistent, being, you know, just driving forward. Austin Matta, the tears of joy there. Cody Buchanan, they tie. But it went down to St. Louis that decided it. That's why I always talk about the 4 rounds as opposed to 8 rounds in the Pro Championship. Josh Love, he wants that. He wants to get it organic. He's working with Robert Thorne, who won a Prospec Championship, makes the jump to Pro. But Brutsky comes, I mean, he moved up like 15
Significant,
spots.
yeah. I mean, like, it just goes to say how much each round is weighted like that, like you said.
Nate Chen, Katsanidis jumps up to 8. Jaden, you know, 16 years old. Rudy Hansen, double Rudy, duty, sweet and tooty, fresh and fruity. Hansen comes up to top 10. But Matt, thank you so much for all that you contributed to, story-wise, emotion-wise, and it's a pleasure being up here with you, man.
It's never bad, Jared. I'll tell you that for free.
All right, next one I'm going to charge you. So on behalf of Matt Sopa, Lorette Nickel, we'll see you tomorrow for round 7 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. Thank you guys so much from Utah Motorsports Campus. Send it. We'll see you online, or we'll see you another time. Talking about online, we'll see you tomorrow here in Utah.
You know I don't play right. I'm pulling for good.
back when I feel like you know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word, like, you know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like you know I don't play. Put up a good fight. Just give me the fight. Damn right. You know I play right. Put up a good fight. You know I don't play right. Never go slow on the bar like a rhino. Rhino. Baby, this is never settled.